please share this live for me. I have to play this audio. This is this is incredible. Listen to this. Did I save it? Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Let me tell you something, I like that. GLP, you better you say they not reach doing things yet. GLP not do half of what PNP do in Jamaica. Me nah big up PNP because me never vote for PNP yet. I am a born labor right and me come see my dad them and people in it. Then?
No, me address this born labor right so I'm born PNP. I don't see nothing more I detest. I don't care who say it. You're a born human being. You're a born child of God. But a born labor right? No. A born PNP? No. I detest that. As a child, you know, you're influenced by your surroundings. And at some level, it's either you rebel against what is being pushed on you or you succumb to it. Or you're somewhere in between. But for you to be born a labor right or born a PNP, I detest those type of commentary. I don't care who it's coming from, and I have no apology for it. I think it's something that is holding us back in our society, if I'm being painfully honest. That is an ideology that is holding us back. That is a type of tribalism that is holding us back in our society. The point of the matter is we should all connect first that we are all children of the Most High God. Then, as a nationality or a people, you know, we are human beings. So we are from the human race. All of us are human beings. So we can connect from that standpoint, right? And from there, you know, I think that should be the foundation of how we actually treat and deal with each other. You get what I'm saying? So I really don't connect with that. I detest it, to be quite honest with you. I think it's counterproductive for us to unite. I think it separates the people too much, and we need to stay away from it. Because you see all of the things that is happening in Jamaica, all the crisis that we're going through, if we identified ourselves first as human beings, as Jamaicans, you know, as children of God, when the government, no matter which one of them is in power, is doing wrong to us, by us, and not for us, doing wrong not for us. How would I no doing wrong to us and not doing the right things by us? Then, you know, we would unite as a people. After the elections, no matter if you support JLP or PNP, we are all Jamaicans at the end of the day. We're all human beings. The state of the hospitals, which is something I'm going to talk about in this live stream, it affects every single Jamaican. The state of education, it affects every single Jamaican, right? So we have to move away from this thing, man. Move away from this thing, right? This separation of people in terms of colors, it's a gang-like mentality. I am an advocate for the whole colors showing up on election time. I am advocating that there's a law and legislation put in place where we are through with that type of thing. I want it to be against the law because, you see, we have this thing now where people is tearing down people's posters and tearing down the colors, them trying to you know, aggravate the people and the masses to start a war between the people of Jamaica. A war between the people of Jamaica doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen, for the people of Jamaica. It doesn't. Let us look at it. What is going to happen? Some people are going to get locked up. Some people are going to get injured. So now you are going to get a police record blighting your future of business and even flying outside of Jamaica. To what? To defend some colors? Do you guys see that it's gang-like mentality? It is gang-like mentality. We have to move away from these things. We have to move away from these things. And then, no, you're going to get injured and go to which hospital? Which hospital you're going to go and you feel safe? You feel confident, say, you know, say, may I go come out of the hospital alive? Do you guys see the reports coming out? which I'm going to address. Floyd, how you doing? I'm going to address, hold on there, Anissa linked me. Big up Anissa. Big up Anissa. Right? You get injured, you're gone at the hospital. The hospitals are a health hazard. The hospital need a hospital. The hospital need surgeons. The hospital need a cleanup crew. The hospitals them in some terrible state. Thus the travel advisory, but we're not going to get into that today. Please like and share this video, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let me play the audio. Mighty God. No, sir.
What me can tell you this, GLP does not done anything more than PNP for their 18 years. You understand? You better you say the 2 term where GLP get couldn't afford them to do that much yet. So we are anticipating their actions in work. But them now do not know because we are telling the truth. GLP have a party, but me find some things against them. Right? Them can't manage the economy. Yes, that financially, them can't monitor that. When PNP in power, me not lie. They might not do everything for suit we and make up community, but you see when it comes to finance, economically, it better. You can manage certain things. Them more educated in the economical field. I don't know if them feel that. Right? You must have some economists in that field, in PNP area. But they angle that better, and so because of that now people can be able to feed themselves affordably. Right? And so on.
You want to hear that? That is a labor right, you know. I'm going to play that again. That is a labor right. Listen.
Let me tell you something, I lie that. GLP, it better you say they not reach doing things yet. GLP not do half of what PNP do in Jamaica.
Wow.
Me not big up PNP because me never vote for PNP yet. I am a born labor right and I come see my dad them and people me not it.
Yes. Then,
but me can tell you this. GLP does not done anything more than PNP for their 18 years. You understand? It better you say the 2 term where GLP get couldn't afford them to do that much yet.
Yes.
So we are anticipating.
No, you know, I've often said this. I hate when people just lie about the 18 years. Oh, the PNP did nothing. And then when you go back and you look at the litany of things that they did, you have to ask yourself, truly, what is wrong with these people? You know? But let's continue.
In their actions in work. But them now do not know because we are telling the truth. JLP have a party, but me find some things against them.
Wow.
Right? Them can't manage the economy. Yes, that financially, them can't monitor that. When PNP in power, me not lie. They might not do everything for suit we and make up community, but you see when it comes to finance, economically, it better. You can manage certain things. Them more educated in the economical field. I don't know if them feel that. Right? You must have some economists in that field, in PNP area. But they angle that better, and so because of that now people can be able to feed themselves affordably. Right? And so on.
Wow, this is, ladies and gentlemen, the Gleaner. And some breaking news I'm find on Anissa Rose. Andrew Owens hasn't. Boy, something wrong with him, you know? Him really desperate people. This don't look good. Wholeness fighting to strike scandalous IC from scandalous info from IC officials affidavit. Box cover. Make me read the article before me go in and show. No. This bad. This bad. Eh? No, this bad. Where's the my girl flyers? Which bad? What kind of flyers? I wonder if I flyers them with them achievement to them say. Mr. Alone, some do one live in the morning, you know. Where my in my debunk all of them achievements there, you know. I must one of them flyer them accurate. What hey, you know what it is? For you to be a government, you know, ladies and gentlemen, and you have done 2 terms in office, almost 10 years. For you to be a government, you know, and you have to be campaigning to people and telling them what you have done in your 9 years. It means that what you did was not impactful enough. You know that, right? What you did was not impactful, because if it was, the people could have told you that, listen, I have benefited from this. My family has benefited from this. I know people that has benefited from this. I have seen how this policy has worked for us as a people. You understand? But that is not the case, guys. Please tap up the screen for me. Double tap the screen with your fingers. Thank you kindly. Now it says here that Prime Minister Andrew Holness is expected to learn on Thursday whether the Supreme Court will grant his request to strike out. Gleaner, don't play with me. You know what? I'm going to screenshot this because the Gleaner does the most sometimes. To strike out scandalous sections of an official affidavit in his lawsuit against the Integrity Commission, Justice Althea, right? Oh my God, they really did it. You know, it's something about the Gleaner that really bothers me. You know, why them stay so? Why them, brother, nobody now sign up to the Gleaner, bro? Nobody is going to pay no money to read the Gleaner. You see, they want the news to go out or you don't want the news to go out. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? So it says here, and thank God for Anissa Bell Rose. Prime Minister Holness is expected to learn on Thursday whether the Supreme Court will grant his request to strike out scandalous sections of an official affidavit in his lawsuit against the Integrity Commission. Justice Althea Jarrett will rule on an application filed by Holness and 3 affiliated. And how you doing, Celine? When you are in government, you don't have to be up and down and have that. Yeah, it's like they are the opposition. Odin, what's up, love? Oh, sorry. It says here that Justice Althea Jarrett will rule on an application filed by Holness and 3 affiliates entities, Imperium Holdings, Positive Media, and Positive Jamaica Foundation, seeking to strike out parts of the 108 affidavit submitted in March by Craig Beresford, the IC Director of Information and Complaints. Craig Beresford, the brown guy with the bald head, and him wearing one glasses, kind of dark, that bridge in there. And he was in Parliament answering questions that famous time when they came. The application filed on June 11th targets at least 12 paragraphs in Bedford's affidavit that Holness claims are hearsay, scandalous, and irrelevant. In an affidavit of his own, Holness argued that paragraph 11 to 15 and accompanying exhibits are an abuse of process, scandalous, frivolous, and vexatious. What the hell? Veronica, how you doing, love? Wow, with prejudicial value outweighing any probative worth. Yo, am I use some nasty words in vexing? The IC opposes the application, says the contested paragraph responds to Holness claims made in his own affidavit. These paragraphs and exhibits reportedly involve internal IC assessments of Holness finances, investments, and income declaration dating back to 1998. The dispute is part of a broader legal battle. In September 2024. Holness and the 3 entities filed a sweeping judicial review claim against Beresford, Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, and the IC. The claims challenges the fairness of the IC's investigation into Holness. The fairness, you know. Ryan, how you doing? Hyacinth Collins. This man is trying to attack the IC about its fairness in investigating him. Like, sure, just, you know, yo, brother, I'm tired of Jonas, you know. Stevenson has raised concern over unexplained discrepancies in Holness 2021 filings and questions regarding tax compliance. The transaction exceeding 470 million involving companies linked to him. It says here that, why is this thing doing that? The news to go out. Alright, sorry. It says here that Stevenson had raised concerns over unexplained discrepancies in Holness 2021 filings and questions regarding tax compliance and transaction exceeding 470 million involving companies linked to him. Holness has denied any wrongdoing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm understanding from this is that Holness is suggesting that the Integrity Commission is taking things personal. But they're saying we are responding to your own affidavit. Your affidavit was personal. Your affidavit attacked the Integrity Commission. So what you expect? Yo, whose man's is this, bro? Whose man's is this? I mean, you cannot say that the Integrity Commission did not speak facts. Right? You cannot say that. Right? So you want to say that it is scandalous and it's hearsay. Well, when him say it's hearsay, him really I say it's not facts. But then I am not worried about that because I know so the Integrity Commission really operates with just that integrity and you know, an affinity for the law. In December, Supreme Court granted permission for Holness to proceed with his judicial review claim, which also challenges the constitutionality of the Integrity Commission Act and the illicit enrichment provision of the Corruption Prevention Act. The case is set for hearing in October. Meanwhile, can you imagine Andrew Holness that tabled this law is challenging the constitutionality of the Integrity Commission Act? People who don't want any more glasses to see, this dude looks guilty as hell. Mighty God. Meanwhile, the court has also heard arguments from the Attorney General Chambers, which unsuccessfully sought to have constitutional, this is in the case, heard separately, and first Justice Jarrett ruled that it would be better the court consider the full scope of Holness's claim together. Whew. Oh my God, sorry y'all. Holness legal team also filed motion for additional disclosure from the Integrity Commission, alleging that some previously provided documents incomplete or whether otherwise altered or redacted without any lawful justification. The contested materials include a forensic account report, the examiner's contract and non-disclosure agreement. While the report has since been provided, Holness attorney argued that the redactions still hinder their ability to prepare. When you hear that, Wagwan ABR. So, big up ABR news to break this. I see me, I watch and I say, Rattigan, he man really do this too. So me I read this thing and get greater clarity for Wagwan or so. So, although Andrew Holness lawyer them get the forensic, the Integrity Commission redacted some things and must protect the Integrity Commission and protect their source or something to that effect, in my opinion. Anyway, an affidavit from attorney Vashini Headlam of the firm Henlin Gibson Henlin supported that disclosure request, stating that his team I'm hungry. Identified deficiencies in documents shared in May. The IC legal team made additional disclosure on June 11th. The same day, Holness filed his strikeout application. The defendant responded on July 7th, rejecting claims of irrelevance or hearsay. They maintained that Beresford's affidavit rebutted Holness's own statement and that the content fell within Beresford's personal knowledge. They further argued the redacted information was unrelated to Holness's case. Oh, okay. Involved third parties and its disclosure could breach confidentiality provisions. You see what I'm talking about? You see, Bolo no so done, you know. People, uno good content creator, no so done. You heard what I said before, just now, like 2 minutes ago? I said I believe, and I just read this article, I believe them are trying to protect the identity of sources. And the man just confirmed it. The man said it further argued the redacted information was unrelated to Holness's case, involved third parties, and its disclosure could breach confidentiality provisions of the Integrity Commission Act. So there is a law in the Integrity Commission Act to protect their sources. They can't go around this now, no matter what Andrew Holness do. Them now go get the redacted part of this. Evian Artists, acting legal counsel at IC, stated in a separate affidavit that the redacted information covered unrelated investigations and sensitive matters involving third parties. Releasing it could be a criminal offense under Section 56. Mighty God! A criminal offense. Listen to me. The judge cannot tell the Integrity Commission, Andrew Holness, go sit down. Andrew Holness, go and sit down. Your lawyers will not get this redacted portion of this. The IC has also pushed back against certain language in Holness amended fixed date claim, from particular his used word of purported to describe Bedford's examination of his 2022-23 declaration. They argued that his wording seeks to revive a previously rejected application for judicial review, constituting an abuse of process. Okay, so basically what the Integrity Commission is saying is that Andrew Holness has styled the thing and a rephrase previous affidavits that was stricken down. It says here the Supreme Court had already denied Holness' request to compel Bedford to examine those declarations. Mighty God. I want to thank ABI News once more. I really am glad I got the opportunity to read that article. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Holness is going to sit down because it's not going to work. Where my ask for from the judge will not grant because it's outside of the perimeters of the law in my purview. And he's grasping at straws. He's very desperately attacking the Integrity Commission right now. What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Anyway, let's get to this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to this. Now, first of all, let us play this audio right here from Christopher Tufton, right? That's the first thing we're going to do. Because the healthcare system is under serious problems and crisis. Alright? Listen to this.
The Bangarang tonight.
Straight Bangarang. Marva Wagwan.
Christopher Tufton. Now, my Jamaican people, I want you to listen to this clip keenly.
Yes, listen
In April 2025, the Health Ministry announced it would take roughly $23.5 billion to completely fix the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Up to this point, we have spent $9.4 billion.
The $9 billion sum includes an allocation for professional services, infrastructure work, medical equipment, temporary facilities to accommodate patients and staff, as well as support services.
This involves some 35 contractors, as I understand it, with a procurement process that at times involves 5 to 7 months to reach a decision. The much talked about 23 billion price tag is a projection. Yes, it's by us a projection, but we haven't spent it as yet. And we are not there yet. The narrative, therefore, of criticizing cost overrun based $24 billion
My God.
is not only an exaggeration, it is a dishonest of the challenge that we face at Cornwall Regional and the approach that we have taken.
The parliamentary opposition has criticized the government for lengthy delays on the project, which has been ongoing for roughly 8 years. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton reiterated that the new and improved Cornwall Regional Hospital will have 11 new operating theatres, new machines for diagnostic services, a new maternity suite and intensive care unit. As that project continues, focus too on the Kingston Public Hospital, which is grappling with poor infrastructure.
I am happy to announce that we have now identified lands for lease to purchase and have commenced plans for a new KPH. Mr. Speaker, a land use survey report was prepared on the properties around KPH, inclusive of the 35 parcels identified, and the National Land Agency is coordinating the compulsory acquisition of the required lands.
In the meantime, there's also a plan to improve operating theatres. Statistics show that roughly 25% of the 73 operating theatres in the public health system are usually out of use, leading to delays in surgeries. Each hospital is now mandated to appoint an operating theatre manager to schedule and maintain services.
So that was used as a reference to show that Christopher Tufton said that they did not spend all of the 23 billion. It was a projection. But Pastor Ricky made an excellent point about that I don't think a lot of us considered. So I want to go here. Alright, work with me.
Tonight, thanks to Sir Byron, Lady Anne, Sir Rattigan, and Melting Pot, Lady Pinks, myself in the space.
Like up the live, people. Like up the live.
Prime Minister Baz, who soon gone to prison. We expose Tufton, gone to prison. And Chang, to some degree. The four epitome of corruption in Jamaica. The four of them. They're the center of corruption. And every corrupted act in Jamaica, they all collude, collaborate together. Now, we all want to see Jamaica delivered from crime and violence. And big up Sir Rattigan, because him get some documents a few months ago, we talked about it, that it has like 8 different categories of crimes, but men only focus on one category, which is murder. And the other 7 category, they don't include it in the crime rate. So we know it's a bogus number. What am I use a campaign on that says crime is down? So the fact that they're inviting or they're collaborating with Kenny Benjamin, we need to see the procurement, I'm getting tongue tied. The process of the procurement process.
Procurement, yes.
Procurement. How did they bid? How did he win the bid for becoming the apparatus for providing digital enhanced security in Jamaica? Was he the sole source? Was it a bidding source? Because we have King Alarm, we have Alki and other security agencies operating in the Jamaica space. But the truth of the matter is that we know that this government is a kickback government. And we can see with the drill, kickback go on with the drill. We all know that. The school bus with El Hydro, kickback go on with that. We know that. We can see the Prime Minister when he was education minister back in 2007, where government contracts were given to Robert Garvin and kickback money run as a result when him should have got a prison fee, but the corrupt former DCP let him off, and we know the story. So I am not surprised with this move with Kenny Benjamin, with the Prime Minister, to propose of bringing in technology to enhance security. But I am wondering, as I was watching the clip, and Lady Pinks touched on it, because in America, we don't have armored vehicle as a soft vehicle. It's armored, protected from bombs and bullets and so forth. But with all of the beryllium robberies, where is the drone technology? Where is the AI cameras? I can recall even when the little baby girl, 9-year-old, short slash at our school, Chang come out and said Jamaica Eye now work. There are many instances where they declare that Jamaica Eye is not working, so they don't have any factual evidence. We're dealing with a government that is not transparent. So much criminality in the government and corruption that them hide everything them do. And so right now, break-ins are up by 200%. Robberies are up by 100%, but they don't include that when they talk about crime is down by 40%, murder is down by 42%. Murder is not the only crime. Rape is a crime. Missing people category, which is a huge category that they left out of the crime rate figures. Listen, the United States government, big up the State Department, issued travel advisory 2 years in a row, along with Canada and the UK government. First world countries. And the two problems that they found in Jamaica that is worth note of why they issued the travel advisory is crime and the poor health system. Crime, they said, is out of control, and Jamaica ranks number 2 behind 80 in the Western Hemisphere. So with all of this apparatus of technology and equipment and AI and drone technology, why when we add up the murder rate, even though we know the numbers them not right, because one pathologist, government pathologist, have do all of the autopsy to determine the cause of death. So we know say a lot of numbers, as Sir Rattigan eloquently point out, that them still have only for dead people from 2016 when not include. But the truth of the matter is, when we add up those bogus numbers, because they underreported, they're deflated. Still over that 9.5 years period or 9-year period, the Prime Minister is the murder Prime Minister, 12,481 murders.
Wow.
So where is the technology that the taxpayers' money has been spent on with Kenny Benjamin to prevent this thing from 2016 that got out of control under this government? Where is the technology to make people sleep with them door and them window open at night and feel safe? Right now, if you call anybody at Jamaica, we talk to people at Jamaica every day. Them don't feel safe.
Nope.
So with all what Kenny Benjamin and them are propose and them are run out and I say, yes, we're going to take care of this and have this in place. One last point. The Prime Minister say that he have way for track bloggers and people who criticize him. Well, we not stop criticizing and can't track we are what we did. But nevertheless, where is the technology to make Jamaica feel safe? The people that are Jamaica feel safe. They don't feel safe. Guarantee if you call somebody at Jamaica right now after the show and say you feel safe and take a poll, majority of Jamaicans don't feel safe. And they're living in fear. So
people, I don't even leave my grill them open at daytime. Feel safe what? When? In a which country? With this a draconian government, yeah? You must be mad.
This is a kickback government, to conclude. They're getting kickbacks from all of these contracts that they signed. They never show you the procurement process, the award-winning contract, who win the contract. Everything is secret. Unless you, like Sir Rattigan, who the Holy Ghost wake up 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and 5, 8, then you will never get the evidence. You know what I mean? So there's no transparency and no accountability. So we're seeing taxpayers has been pocketed. Them I feel them crowd. And the kickbacks for them get from all of these contracts, that's illegal. And so, Comrade Leader Mark Golden, we're praying for your strength, because we know finally when you get in, you have a lot of cleaning up to do. A lot of mopping up to do. To bring back Jamaica. Them set back Jamaica by 50 years with them corruption.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
$1.2 billion to corruption costs over this 9-10 year period of this government. It's sad. Back over to you, Sir Byron. Thank you.
All right. So that was the clip for the crime part. Some of us make it play because in touch upon a point about the crime. I think Mr. Rattigan said it's only one type of crime, that the JLP is focusing on, Missing persons are through the roof. Children, it doesn't matter what age, mostly children. And even the commissioner, I believe, one of them came out at a point and admitted that, human trafficking is a real issue in Jamaica. Like it's a thing. We see them even trafficking animals, rare animals. So the black, what they call the black market of criminality, it is ridiculous and it is active in Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? So the crime, Jamaica is not even close. I'm talking about not even close to be boasting about any crime reduction. It is a facade. I heard Horace Chang on a clip talking about there was no murders in St. James for one period. And I'm like, but you have people that report the murders them online. that happened in those areas around the same time when he was saying that, and I'm like, but you can't. I was like, man, listen, these people lie too much, man. But the part now about Christopher Tufton, I believe, is right here. In terms of the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
You are in the right. You're not wrong. God will always vindicate you. And so, you know, we see how you it's been it boomerang back on them, back frame him, boss, the prime minister and his wife, Jehoshaphat, overthrow him. So important.
Oh man, that's
and not only that, but he got all the worshipers and got their trumpets to blow. And then when they begin to praise and worship after the fast, after the prayer, those three different nations that came to overthrow him, no doubt about that. From the prime minister, this is classic 30, the drill. So I would agree with the Auditor General assessments or findings. So get a new shopping bag and when you
no, because she
Lord have mercy.
no, because she
Sorry. Bear with me there. Bear with me.
And thank you. This is a classic case of racketeering, embezzlement of taxpayers' funds via cost overrun. And when you hear the corrupt criminal health minister says that they always deflect and distract from the truth. So he said when they came in, there was a health crisis and scandal bugs where he says $60 billion over the 9 years plus they're in government to an additional to be 80 pending that they have claimed with that 80 billion. There's no no ambulance. Doctors went where that's from the general issue her report after that. Disappear 30 billion pending or balance in terms of 670 billion food off for this project. Now I have an MBA, Master's in Business.
Here we go. Here we go.
Degree. My first degree is a Bachelor's in Management.
Yes.
I manage assets of $1 million assets in generating in funds per week.
Right.
And I work with the federal government in Washington, D.C., where I had a portfolio of $70 billion a day. And I'm going to say this. To take on a project at Cornwall Regional Hospital, and I'm not tooting my horn because I don't go around bigging up myself. I stay humble, but for conversation purposes, let me just say this. To take on a project such as Cornwall Regional Hospital, number one, you need to do a cost allocation.
Yes.
To identify the cost that's associated with this project. Number two, you need a project manager and a project manager that is certified, not someone who have a culinary certificate that they took him 2 years to earn.
Them good man,
Well, a culinary certificate, not even a degree, a certificate is not going to cut it with Cornwall Regional.
The government is sick.
And so when you have a cost allocation plan and a project manager in place to take on a project like magnitude, it's going to require you have salary expenses for the engineer, the architect that's going to design, the engineer, the laborers, the skilled workers that's going to be working there, the electrician, the plumbers, everybody, just call laborers. So that's salary expense. Then you have equipment expenses. So it tells you how much money you're going to have to spend or appropriate or allotted as it relates to purchasing equipment for the project. Then you're going to have supply expenses. And then you're going to have contractual expenses in the event that you got to, contract some part of it out to the Chinese, like what I'm going to know. And then you're going to have indirect costs that's associated to the project, but not direct costs, but indirect costs. So when you factor all of these things in as it relates to project and project management and the value that from day one, them should have known how much this project is going to cost.
Yes.
Exactly.
From day one, from the moment them thought about doing Cornwall Regional Hospital, you draft up a cost allocation plan, you hire project management staff and a project manager with it, and you should have known from day one. There's no way under the sun that if you are a competent government,
yes,
that you're going to make a project from 2 billion and then it gone to 26 billion.
26 billion.
Chopping, man. Big time chopping.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen. That is a cogent argument. That is a clear and precise, strong argument That is how things actually work in the business world. You understand that Pastor Ricky said. Christopher Tufton is incompetent, meaning is that he's not qualified to do the job he's doing, and so he's wasting our tax dollars, or them a thief it. One out of the two is a fact. Is either him don't know what him do, or them a thief the money. I'm not say it with water in my mouth. It has to be one of them, right? And none of them is good. You have to fire him for any one of those claims and get fired. This government should be fired. Wanna do the right thing and put in the X beside it? Good. Use on the head, brother. Look at what these people are doing. The man them supposed to give you a cost analysis of what this project is going to cost, detail, equipment, salary, everything. Right? Estimated based off a real research. You know, we put a little extra on everything. Jennifer, how you doing? You put a little extra on everything. Right? Just to make sure, say, you reach your goal. But how if you estimate it at 9 billion, and it reached 20 odd? No, sorry. It was 2 billion first, right? Somewhere there. And then it reached 9. I know you got a 20 odd billion. Conwan Regional Hospital. No, man. Christopher Tufton have to come down, ladies and gentlemen. May I tell you that? I mean, listen to me. You see? Sure, me even like talk sometime and I want to even know, you know. Them anger my spirit, you know. Them anger my spirit. Me not tell no lie. And then we have the situation with the babies. Ladies and gentlemen, big up Andre Stevens. Right? He break a story last night and see come round back today. Last night, no, the day before. And see come round back. He come round back again. Hold on there. Yes, I think this is it. Back to school, Christopher Tufton. Hold on there. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, here we go. 13 hours ago. This is the right one. Alright. So, a 35-year-old mother whose newborn daughter died during delivery is blaming Mandeville Regional Hospital, claiming some levels of negligence among nurses. And then there's the quadruple babies that Andre mentioned. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us examine. Listen to what the doctor is saying.
And he was a very, very louder man. Let him go on. But we have to. It could be your family member or my. I don't know the answer, but there were special measures immediately that should be done at Hargreaves Hospital. But no, instead, they decide that Hargreaves Hospital should be the first places to go during COVID.
My God.
So we know you have these dirty water come down.
Yeah, this.
Even now at Mandeville.
Yeah.
All I want to say about Mandeville
Public
Hospital, it is a disgrace.
Is that
the Mandeville Regional Hospital is an absolute disgrace. I saw for myself what they call an ICU. The draining of fungal water down the walls.
What is it, Dr.
50% mortality rate. That you go in there with a simple stab to the abdomen, no blood vessel burst, it's just a gut, and you end up dead. You go in there with a ruptured appendix, and you end up dead.
My man.
The Mandeville Regional Hospital is desperately in need of ambulance care. We need to sound the ambulance on Mandeville Regional. What we say in England, you put them into special measures.
Yes.
And the University Hospital, the West Indies, needs to go into special measures immediately.
What is it? What is the fungal water? fungal water. What do you mean by fungal water, Dr. Hunter?
So you know you have these dirty water come down,
Yes.
and it get green. So thank God it's not sewage water, but the fungus love stagnant water.
Oh yes.
So how you expect the people that side there to get a good outcome?
Mighty God.
I mean, the people who built up Maneuver Regional Hospital were lacking in some cognitive powers. Thinking about John Jr. Because I heard that they built a obstetric ward without a gynecological ward, which makes absolutely no sense. Maneuver Regional Hospital has outgrown its purpose. It is called a regional hospital, but it's a deceptive name because you would believe that when you go there from Lionel Town or you go there from Spaldings or Christiana or somewhere else, that you are in a safe place. And it was one of the most dangerous places to go during COVID.
My God.
So what is sad is that Christopher Tufton went to Maneuver Primary School. And that is all his territory. You'd believe that he would take the hospital from Maneuver Regional Hospital.
Yes.
Although it can't reach tertiary status. I wrote to them a number of times offering neurosurgery because 10 years I proved that neurosurgery could be done at Hargreaves Hospital. But no, instead, they decide that Hargreaves Hospital should be handed to a doctor who has lost his license in the United States.
Wow, really?
But they have strength for me. Have power for me, you know. But not people who lose their license, or people who are arrested, or people who have been convicted. But we did 10 years of neurosurgery with 90% positive results. At Hargreaves, the third oldest independent hospital in Jamaica. Of course, by now, you know the oldest one is St. Joseph's, 109, which is a mockery what Christopher Tufton did to it. And I am absolutely sure that he did it to spite me. The person is spite me. Because he was his advisor, Carl Bruce. Perhaps we don't see eye to eye.
Wow. Wow.
But Maneuver Regional Hospital is in desperate need of care. You cannot go to a regional hospital to die.
Wow.
No angiogram to unblock the heart attacks or strokes. None. Whether public or private. Maneuver Regional does not have a CT scan. Maneuver Regional does not have an MRI scan. Maneuver Regional does not have an angiogram scan. And I wonder if they have a portable x-ray. It is, I saw it with my own two eyes.
Wow.
So I don't need anybody to tell me about Maneuver Regional Hospital and how it's embarrassing the hospital.
So you say it's worse than Sablamar Hospital?
It is worse because they see more people, and what they do is suck people to themselves. So they are a death trap.
Wow.
Well, Dr. Hunter, thank you.
That's why we come up with this number that avoidable deaths are more a problem than the gunman.
And unavoidable deaths are those that should be in the hospital.
Avoidable deaths, according to the hospital care, are people who should live when they go to the hospital. Like Kingsley Cooper, he should not have died. Like Lance, the lawyer, he should not have died.
Yes. Well, Dr.
Kenneth Gore, the Deputy Prime Minister, he definitely should not have died.
Yes.
So we have hospitals who are in need of special measures. And I am fully behind the leader of the opposition when he says he's going to take a very special interest in healthcare in Jamaica. His father was what we call now a Don. He was a titan in the field of healthcare in Jamaica. And I remind the people of Manchester about the work of Sir John Simon Rawson Goley during the Kendall crash.
Simon
the
Johnson
National
Goley.
Party should go there and pay homage to the people who died and to the work of the doctors and medical students who went to save lives at the Kendall crash outside of the hospital environment.
Well, Dr. Hunter,
but
thank you.
it is time that we are honest with each other.
Thank you always for giving those history lessons and giving further context as what is happening in our hospitals. All right, Dr. Hunter?
My pleasure. God bless you. Continue to do well. You are the media.
All
We're
right.
not talking about...
Listen, that was Dr. Hunter. You hear what the man said about Mandible Hospital? The pretty much sewage water, bacteria-filled liquid running down in the hospital, and you wonder why the children are that are born is dying in these types of environments. The man said it's worse than Savlamar, the Mandeville Regional Hospital. He's a doctor. He has been there. They say when a fisherman goes to sea and he tells you that the sea is rough, believe him. I don't have no reason to disbelieve Dr. Hunter. This is the state of our healthcare in Jamaica. Christopher Tufton should be imprisoned for incompetence, you know, if it's that alone. Incompetence that is actually costing people their lives. He should be imprisoned. Where's all this money that they spent? They told us that they spent the most money, right? Like, honestly, man. Honestly. I just want to address another thing. Sure. Andre, big up Andre. Andre made a point about the urban center and St. Elizabeth, what the Prime Minister is doing down there, and talking about a third city. Just look, let me show you.
Shalom would have said where them put in at the KFC. I'm making a public invitation to Jamaica to Chief Richard Curry. Big it up, family, please. The Walton Basin, see there? Only see the Walton Basin. Right on the south of St. Elizabeth's coastline. And the Morant Basin. Right there. Right there. Near the urban center. This is why I'm here to teach you the Jamaica.
So, what Andre's argument is that it's not coincidental that there's a Morant Bay urban center. It's in the same region where they're going to be digging for oil. United Oil and Gas. And then he came to St. Elizabeth talking about turning it into a city. And there's a KFC there already. KFC ahead of the curvy. KFC reach at the place where they know say. People, I'm telling you something. They might not tell us that they found oil already, but they are pretty confident that they will find oil. I can tell you that. They are super excited that they're going to find oil in those areas. They are pretty confident. Even if they haven't struck gold yet, they are pretty confident. There's a lot of moves being made that, as Andre said, it seems very strategic. But guess what? You can't get puss butt off a carry. Not under this Jamaica Labour Party government can Jamaica strike this type of gold. No, sir. No, sir. We're going to turn in one of them countries where the people have oil and the people are still poor. But the politician them stinking rich. And that I go on, you know, can't work. I'm not going to stress that. I'm going to move on from that. And big up Andre on that point that we make. That was a great observation when it comes down to the urban center. Alright, this now is where I want to go because I don't understand the Jamaica Labour Party. The more and more I learn about them, is the more and more I detest them. Why? What is wrong with what? There was a statement that somebody made as a prime minister, a leader for the Jamaica Labour Party, says selfish better than education. People, you must shun stupidity, not just evil. Shun stupidity. What's up, Sharon? Yeah, me know. And this is where the tsunami might come from, that was prophesied. This drilling of the oil. Nobody is stopping them from drilling. They are going to drill it. But I'm telling my Jamaican people, I have been warning from last year about this oil and this drilling and the tsunami prophecy and the earthquake. We've been warning. All right, I have made a whole comprehensive video putting together all the arguments. I promoted it several times. All right, people, prepare yourself for the biggest disaster hitting Jamaica. It's better to be prepared than not prepared. And the greatest way to prepare is linking to the Most High. And letting the Most High guide you, your every step and every move. Listen to this.
Listen to this tonight, Jamaica.
Less than 48 hours after General Secretary of the People's National Party, Rattigan Campbell, reiterated the PNP's proposal to extend the school day by 2 hours, communication time
will be paid. That's the position of the PNP as it clarifies its proposal to extend the school day and have additional classes for children who need it. Officials were on the campaign trail in St. James. Andrea Chisholm has details.
The name of the game is momentum, and Mark Golden and the PNP has the momentum at this point in time in Jamaica.
PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell as Jamaicans remain on their marks to hear the election date, with the proposals as one nutritious meal per day for students.
Sorry, Simone, that was you? Mr. Sharon, sorry about that, Simone. What's up?
And a transportation subsidy for them to attend school. Education continues to be a talking point.
We also realize that some students, when you send them home early, there is nobody at home to supervise them. It has caused problems. It has caused some of the young ladies to get pregnant. It has caused some of the young boys to go into gangs.
Dr. Campbell reiterated that if his party forms government, the plan is to have additional classes to ensure students remain supervised when school is officially dismissed.
The way in which the PNP would offer it is that we would see the teachers that are willing to be a part of it, those who want to willingly volunteer to be a part of it, and they would be paid to do so. This notion that we want to go out there and just extend school days is not true. What we want to do is to ensure that for those students that need the additional time and the teachers that are willing to work with those students, that we can make the arrangement and pay the teachers. We don't come here to do the teacher them no harm, because teachers are the greatest professions in the world. They light the way of others.
That's the word of Dr. Dayton Campbell. Is that a bad idea?
No.
Is that a bad idea to extend the school hours for those children that are unsupervised?
It's an excellent idea.
Is that a bad idea?
Excellent.
Listen to what the Labour Rights had to say today. Listen to this, Jamaica. Listen to this argument.
Less than 48 hours after General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, reiterated the PNP's proposal to extend the school day by 2 hours, Communication Task Force Senator for the JLP, Marlon Morgan, hit back.
The politically struggling, desperate, and uninspiring PNP is doing everything in its power to garner attention and resonate with the electorate as an alternative worth considering. Like several other PNP
What is the purpose of a political party in a campaign? Isn't it to resonate with the people? Isn't it to put your genuine plans forward, right? And hope that the people, it resonates with them. Lorna, how you doing? Yeah, too close to the tectonic plates then. But anyway, Marlon Morgan, you're sensible.
Task Force Senator for the JLP, Marlon Morgan, hit back.
The politically struggling, desperate, and uninspiring PNP.
Struggling? Bro, you must have talked about your party. Desperate Uninspired? Where's the inspirational ideas from the JFP? Yo, these guys are projecting. Lord Fang, what's up?
Is doing everything in its power to garner attention and resonate. Like several other PNP policy proposals, the suggested extension of the school day by 2 hours constitute a proposal that is neither well thought out, coherent, cogent, practical, nor credible.
He said,
Brother, you just say some bag of gibberish and some bag of word. If you sound like you're intelligent, you're dunce. Me, I said that. Marlon Morgan are dunce. Yeah, man, clip that up. You are dunce. Because you're going to say never go to school. When me used to go to school, you used to have extra classes. And you used to have to pay for it. When it is slow in a certain subject, you used to go extra, you know how much extra class my mother pay for we? I don't know because we're dunce, but you have certain areas where you want to straighten up and you need extra attention. And I'm telling you, those extra classes worked. You hear what I'm saying? Marlon Morgan, you is a dunce. What do you mean it's not well thought out? First of all, you're not listening. Because the man said they are going to use teachers that are willing. It's not a mandatory thing. So it's not like it's teachers that might get stressed out. Right? It's not mandatory. So it was well thought out because they made it optional. That's the first thought. Don't stress out the teachers them because a teacher work day is like 24 hours anyway. The teacher them tired. I want to not even pay them good. You, the government, pay yourself 300. You not going to say, you don't care about teacher. You don't care about student. Man, you don't move. All dunce. You idiot. Hey, ball me for them sometime, Mr. Man.
Is doing everything in its power to garner attention and resonate with the electorate.
That is what they're supposed to do. And they're doing a better job than you and your government. You're supposed to garner the excitement of the people based off their plans. That's what a political campaign is about. So the people can come out and vote. And if they do it in desperation, nothing is wrong with that. As long as they're being genuine about their plans. You are full of SHIT. You're saying nothing. Be a garbage that come out of your mouth. I mean, the audacity.
It's an alternative worth considering. Like several other PNP policy proposals, the suggested extension of the school day by 2 hours constitute a proposal that is neither well thought out.
So we debunk the well thought out business.
Coherent, cogent.
It is not coherent. May I show you saying just use some word. For sound good. Coherent. It's not coherent. Coherent means logical or consistent. What is illogical about getting teachers that is going to offer up their services willingly, get paid to do it, and it's going to benefit the kids in helping them to expose themselves to some higher level of understanding when it comes to whatever subject matter they're going to be tackling in that 2 hours. What is illogical about that? You see how foolishness he's talking? Let's break down the next word where him say. Him is a damn fool. God forgive me.
Constitute a proposal that is neither well thought out, coherent, cogent.
It is not cogent. Cogent meaning it's not clear. Then idiot. You know see Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell. You know see the man make it clear. One more clear than that you want. You have an understanding problem. You lack understanding and comprehension, not true? Yo, sometimes the man make you, yo. A foolish, him just talking, he's just talking.
Practical nor critical.
What is not practical? What is not practical? What do you mean it's not practical? Are credible? He's using words that mean the same words as the words before. What is not credible? We have been getting extra lessons forever in school. Extra classes. You don't know about extra classes? You never take common entrance? Huh? You can't be that young. You must over 35. You never take common entrance, Marlon Morgan. You never hear about common entrance. From them days, they mean know about extra lessons and extra classes. Where have you been? And some of the callers that call in made some excellent points, you know, right? Because it doesn't have to be that you're teaching the kids them the other subject as extra lesson. It doesn't have to be an extra lesson thing. You can teach them about AI, some other advanced stuff, computer literacy. You can teach them about all of that. So what is not logical? Your statement that you made is like the JLP is against the educational advancement of the people of this country. I would argue that some of the parents them need to go at some of the extra lesson class there in the 2-hour period and go touch up back and go brush up back and get one little certificate in a certain things, you know. Do a final exam on them something there and get a certificate so then pass this subject. So we can have some parents and students in the extra class them or the extra 2 hours them in the evening. That would be nice, innit? Black Barbie, how you doing, my darling? No, man, that's fine. We just have to break down this foolishness that Marlon Morgan does say. I'm going to play it again.
Is momentum, and Mark Golden and the PNP has the momentum at this point in time in Jamaica.
PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell as Jamaicans remain on their marks to hear the election date. With the proposals such as 1 nutritious meal per day for students and a transportation subsidy for them to attend school, education continues to be a talking point.
We also realize that some students, when you send them home early, there is nobody at home to supervise them. It has caused problems. It has caused some of the young ladies to get pregnant. It has caused some of the young boys to go into gangs.
Dr. Campbell reiterated that if his party forms government, the plan is to have
No, Marlon Morgan. We are trying to avoid the young people getting pregnant at an early age. Avoid them going into gangs. So you know what they always say, there's a saying, the devil find work for idle hands. And the PNP is saying, well, we're gonna give them something constructive to do within that 2 or 3 hour period that they usually have to go do them free car for some house somewhere. You know much. The other days, a few times the police them and congratulations to the police them we had do good work. A few times the other day them catch some pitney and do RG in a house with big old boy, you know, some bag of girl and them line up and some bag of school boy, you know. A few times the other day, you know, the police them catch them, you know. Big up the community, you know, cause somebody must see local activity and go report it. Big up to the police them and big up to the people them where I report these things. Right? And the same young youth them and young girl them, right? Them life turn upside down because them have a new life coming into the world. A huge responsibility, know what's going on. And the PNP has given a logical, right? A clear, a practical solution to this problem. And Marlon Morgan and the JLP coming out and fighting against us taking out the time span where the people them have to do skullduggery and mash up them life and get involved in the things that they're not supposed to get involved in. This PNP government has been consistent Isaac Buchanan, Damian Crawford, Dr. Dayton Campbell, all of the ladies them in the PNP, they scream education. Their life is education. They are doctors. They are lawyers. They are all about education. The focus of the PNP is about education. They believe that education is the antidote to poverty. So much so that them are putting so much plans. For one, get the children to school, make sure so them fed and stay in school, and then, you know, offer some incentive for teachers to make them stay in school a little longer so them can learn more. What about that? How can you formulate an argument, Marlon Morgan, against that? What has your government said they're going to do? Give us your practical and logical solutions. You have none. That's why you're projecting. Because you have not come up with anything. The problem was there, but what did you say you had as a solution? Nothing. You don't have where the brother the name Chopper Chan for school board that a full solution to higher education in our country. Somebody that has qualification in the culinary arts, cooking. And Jamaican people who really support them something here. The ones that do. You guys really support this? The world will never take Jamaica seriously with a government like this. It will never take the PNP go as far as to say the first child in a family that qualifies to go to tertiary education, we the government will pay for it. What more you want? The PNP is committed to higher education for our children. So be not fooled, ladies and gentlemen, by the utterances of Marlon Morgan. What Andrew call him? Him is a Tutsi. Him is a Tutsi. Unbelievable. Oh, you come up for... And listen to what him say. Hey.
Additional classes to ensure students remain supervised when school is officially dismissed.
The way in which the PNP would offer it is that we would see the teachers that are willing to be a part of it. Those who want to willingly volunteer to be a part of it. And they would be paid to do so.
Simple.
This notion that we want to go there and just extend school days is not true.
Life.
What we want to do is to ensure that for those students that need the additional time and the teachers that are willing to work with those students, that we can make the arrangement and pay the teachers. We don't come here to do the teacher them no harm, because teachers are the greatest professions in the world. They light the way of others.
Of course.
That's the word of Dr. Dayton Campbell. Is that a bad idea? Is that a bad idea to extend the school?
That is not a bad idea, and I will go further. It's an idea that I can add on and improve upon. It's a good foundation to begin with. You guys understand? It is a good foundation to begin with in solving the problem. What is wrong with these people? Sure.
Hours for those children that are unsupervised. Is that a bad idea? Listen to what the labor rights had to say today. Listen to this, Jamaica. Listen to this argument.
Less than 48 hours after General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dane Campbell, reiterated the PNP's proposal to extend the school day by 2 hours, Communication Task Force Senator for the JLP, Marlon Morgan, hit back.
The politically struggling, desperate and uninspiring PNP is doing everything in its power to garner attention and resonate with the electorate as an alternative worth considering. Like several other PNP policy proposals, the suggested extension of the school day by 2 hours constitute a proposal that is neither well thought out, coherent, cogent, practical, nor credible.
He says the government's approach to improving educational outcomes when compared to the policies proposed by the PNP has nothing in common.
As the government has demonstrated with its approach to crime management, the most reliable and effective way to ensure and secure the vast improvements in education outcomes that we all desire is to properly assess the situation, devise fit-for-purpose solutions, and do several things simultaneously.
You see, this is what I talk about. All he said was rubbish. Rubbish. Since as you know the procedure and how to get it done, what has your government done to get it done? What have you done? Listen to what I'm saying now. Listen.
Management, the most reliable and effective way to ensure and secure the vast improvements in education outcomes that we all desire is to properly assess the situation, divide.
So, what your government do to assess the situation? How long it has taken to assess the situation? How long has the students been failing under your government? So, you're telling us that your government has failed. Them don't know if to do because they have not implemented, they have not come up with a plan. And you can't use crime. Crime and education, two different things. The PNP has assessed the problems. The PNP, everything when I'm saying yes, the PNP do already. Listen to this.
Is fit-for-purpose solutions. And
the PNP has come up with the fit-for-purpose solutions. The kids that are not going to school, the ones that are hungry, the ones that can't go to school because their parents can't afford it. The ones that are hungry. Right? Them find the solution. Right? The one that is not doing so well. The solution is what them just say. Get them extra classes, 2 hours. Right? Get willing participants, the teachers, and pay them.
And do several things simultaneously.
What is the several things that your government has come up with, Marlon Morgan, to do simultaneously? You are trying to complicate a simple thing. You are trying to sound intelligent, but this is what they call, what they call it? Food salad. This is food. This is not even food salad. This is word salad. Right? And a beer junk, not even word salad. This is word junk food. The worst food we can eat in terms of what you hear and consume in your mind is what I'm just saying a while ago. It's gibberish. It doesn't hold any weight. What several things does your government plan to do simultaneously? You don't hear the several things that the PNP plan to do simultaneously. First and foremost, get the students in school. Them have to go school. If they're not present, they can't learn. Secondly, while they're present, make sure that they have a hot meal. That is how they're going to start. Right? They're going to include breakfast after that. And if further improvement can go on based off of the budget, because of productivity down the line, they will improve on it again. That is what the leader said. Sassy, how you doing, Sassy 81? That is what the leader of the opposition said, Vernal from UK, big up. Right? Once they get into school now and they're learning, right? And you see them go through high school. No. So you have to feed them, get them to school, feed them. And then if they are still, in certain subjects battling, the man then plan to give them these extra 2 hours so they can touch up.
This is precisely what the government has done.
The government has not done that. Because the results of the education system under your government is poor. So the government has not given any solutions to these problems. So you're a liar. the reason why the PNP has come up with these solutions is because they've analyzed the problems in the educational system. There are many problems. And I'm sorry I'm shouting, but this guy really pisses me off. Because he has no moral integrity. Him just come out and lie for the Jamaica Labour Party as a communicative member of a task force. I could not do a job like this now. No government could pay me to come out and lie to the people of Jamaica. I will not do it. I will play no role in that, in coming out to deceive the people and put a wool over their eyes. No entity, nobody could come out. You're mad? I lie to the masses of the people. The PNP has gone further than the extra 2 hours in school to want to keep the kids in school so that they don't go out and go be a part of no gangs. You know those idle hours after school and parents are at work. The man them think about everything. Keep the kids in school and get them some other things. I mean, the man them can't even, the man them can't teach them. It can be cadet, it can be so many other things. Something to teach them discipline. It can be combat skills, it can be swimming, it can be so much things. Extracurricular education can be taught in those 2 hours. It can be music, it can be arts, it can be acting. As Andre said on the program, learn and teach them about content creation, AI. I'm telling you, it is a cogent, practical plan that can be added upon. You can add to it. And this man is attacking the plan publicly on behalf of the Jamaica Labour Party, the ruling government. They don't want the Jamaican people to be educated. They say it, but their actions go against it. And look at the results now in our schools. Compared to when Portia Simpson Miller was in power. Compared to the 18 years that PJ Patterson was in power. Go look at the numbers. Look at the competency rate. I was one of them under the People's National Party, under common entrance. Right? I was not the brightest child, but I benefited from those extra lessons. I mean, I wasn't dunce either. I benefited from going to extra lessons in the evening. I benefited from that, and it wasn't a case where, you know, my mother was at home. My mother worked at home. So it's not like I had idle hours, but it benefited me. So I am speaking from personal experience. Marlon Morgan, you need to go and sit down. And the PNP even took it further. The man them say, you go to school, you benefited from all of those programs. The first child in a home that qualifies to go to university, we, the government, will pay for it. You know that when they came up with that plan, the Jamaica Labour Party attacked the plan. I believe it was Darrell Vaz that came up with some numbers. And I can be corrected, I might be wrong if it's Darrell Vaz. I believe Darrell Vaz came and he was totally against the plan for tuition for these students. No, it wasn't Darrell Vaz, no. No. There was something about numbers and the amount of kids. No, it was the bus fare or the food thing to feed all of the kids them, I think. Right? No, the P. Oh my God, the P.
And remains.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Brack. I'm not say other part because that sound kind of weird. Listen to me. I am super. The man them said they are going to send the kid to university, the first child. Now, I can tell you something about siblings. Siblings, no matter what, they compete. When you have the first child qualifying, the first one to qualify to go to university, get a scholarship from the government, and that one, you know, excels, it is going to raise the bar of the family automatically. Now a standard is there. You gotta go to university. And it is going to help, you know, it's going to push them to push themselves, the entire family. And I mean, don't we need it? There's a lot of single moms out there. There is a lot of single mothers out there, unfortunately. Don't we need it? And that can help them to, man, listen. The plans of the PNP where education is concerned is going to be astronomically beneficial to generations to come. Once continued and consistent and built upon. It is a good foundation to start. There's no way you can go around the plans that the People's National Party have for education. There's no way you can go around it. There's no argument that is sensible. Right? Wagwan Jerry. There's no argument that is sensible that you can make to go against the plans that they have for education. But they don't realize who is behind these plans. And the man himself, David Crawford, you know? And he's a teacher. A lot of the PNP are teachers. They are educators, so they understand what needs to be done. They are qualified to improve the educational system. And the JLP has no good history in advancing education in Jamaica. Andrew Warner should be ashamed of himself. He was once the educational minister. And under his government, education is lacking in this country. And that's a fact. It's an utter disgrace. Remember when I go to school? Yo, may I tell you, especially primary, man, listen. It was a competition to be bright. Who come first and second and third and fifth and 10th? Nobody wanted to come last in school. That was an embarrassment. You hear me? Nobody wanted to come last. Somebody had to come last though. But if you came last with a high grade, it is what it is. You know? If you're above average, like over 70, we understand so just be a bright people in our class. But you see, nobody wanted to come last in school when I was in school. I believe that was one of the greatest era of education in Jamaica. Outside of Michael Manley days, where a bunch of people they get free education and then go to university and turn doctor and lawyer and them something. Outside of that, 1998, 1990s going to early 2000. That was the greatest era of education in this country. You understand what I'm saying? And we have digressed under this government in the last 10 years. We have digressed. And it's a damn shame. And it pisses me off because uneducation and illiteracy leads to poverty and crime. So it is not benefiting the ecosystem and the ecology of our communities. Having to deal with more illiterate people is a strain and a stress. Yeah, Jamaicans are naturally competitive, but in the right areas, it is a positive thing. Gigi said in 1998, I just graduated Tivoli Garden School. Yo, Gigi, tell them the man. Back in the day, them don't know. Me can't talk about this, but there's something about Jamaica in those days. When it comes to school. Book, on no pressure on no book. You might turn a crook. What you say? At them energy there. And we have the Jamaica Labour Party with this clown Marlon Morgan coming out talking about it's not practical and one bag of rubbish. First sit down, man. Backside. That piss me off an idea. I'm not even supposed to spend so long on this. You know what something I have to talk about. But it really bother me, man. I'm going to move on. It really bother me. If you go, man. Hey, man, I really rescue. We have to rescue Jamaica, you know. I have to hold on the phone like this. I have to plug in the phone here. We really have to rescue Jamaica, Bridget. Let me move on here, man. Jesus. Let me look for my timestamp then. Because I organize myself a little bit, you know. First timestamp. Oh. Right here, so. Alright. 112. Yes.
Opportunity to address.
Say June 26 from Jamaica that since the start of the month, June 1, 24 babies have died at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, the largest maternity hospital in the English-speaking Caribbean. That number is leaving many deeply concerned, and health authorities are reportedly having an urgent high-level meeting to investigate what's behind this spike. The Victoria Jubilee Hospital has faced criticism in the past, as in 2022, 12 babies reportedly died as a result of bacterial outbreak at the health facility. Since the news broke today, concerns are being raised about infection control, nurse-to-patient ratio. There are other deeper issues at play. Meanwhile, in an interview this evening with Nationwide News, Jamaica's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie, says that while investigations are ongoing, she does not believe that the deaths are as a result of negligence.
You would know how sensitive this matter is. The so-called dead baby scandal from a few years back.
You know this whole Nationwide does that, the so-called dead baby scandal. So-called.
People still remember that. Following up on Sanjay's earlier question, can you assure the Jamaican people that so far all you have seen indicates that proper protocols were being followed at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital and none of this can be attributed to carelessness or negligence?
So,
well, we continue to investigate.
You notice a mystic sensation say? You see how them stay? Him observe. They always play down the crisis of the Jamaica Labour Party. Them are the next one to, hey, me can't wait to market you with it. Hey, me I tell you, say, hey.
It was, yes. So far from what we have seen, I'm really proud of the effort that the team has put in.
Okay. So, my Jamaican people, you see all the spin doctors, right, nationwide. Spin that, right? And remember that Andrew Honest, as it related to 18 babies died, he said you should have the minute. There should be fire. Now, Andrew Honest is not firing Christopher Tufton now.
Can't fire
die in 1 month.
Can't fire me.
Think of it. Think of that.
Can't fire me. All of them are Bolo.
Yes, brother Rattigan. Let me just give you the opportunity to address the previous matter. Right?
With Minister Vaz.
Yes.
Couple of things. One is, and I think Pastor Ricky mentioned it, he was a U.S. citizen while serving in the Jamaican Parliament.
Listen to this.
Now, there's something critical to that I don't think a lot of people have touched on.
Yes.
If you're a U.S. citizen and you're working outside the U.S., you're supposed to pay U.S. taxes for your work. I don't know if Mr. Vaz was paying these taxes while being a parliamentarian or while working in Jamaica. It will be interesting to see if the IRS will have an interest in that, because they certainly can go back and hold them liable for that, and they have penalties and interest, and that will amount to a tremendous amount of money.
Wow.
Just inform the IRS.
Yeah, beg your pardon?
So we can inform the IRS. If the IRS remember, we can inform the IRS.
Oh yeah, they'd have an interest in that.
Only hear that, ladies and gentlemen, I never know that. Working outside of the US as a US citizen, you have to pay your taxes. If you don't, IRS come for you, man. When them start looking with interest, you know. So Dial Vaz, how we go? You did pay your tax them in general? But that the marks, you know. Look like the man them are going to set the IRS for you. I hope you're good still. I hope you did pay your tax them. Moving on.
And then the law was screwy because, like in Australia, and there was a famous case in Australia, where the person was a citizen, dual citizen, and what happened is the person was discharged from the parliament. They didn't say, renounce and then you can stay. It was like, no, you have to go, and so the person left. Second thing is that this person, tribalism, showed up in a lot of instances. If you recall the Tankwell situation where I think he was even arrested for that, where they claimed that he was trying to bribe a policeman or something to that effect, but he was involved in something having to do with the Tankwell. Yes. Now, rooms on the beach, let's talk about that for a bit.
Yes.
Rooms on the beach. I looked at the valuation put out by the contractor general, and folks, brace yourself.
Yes.
Here are the true numbers, and you can go look at it yourself. The hotel rooms on the beach was sold for $5 million. They were landscape areas and a beach sold for $2 million. $7 million. Here's what they got for free. They got another beach.
Wow.
They got four landscape and access areas for free.
Wow.
Now, how did they get it for free? The $7 million went before the cabinet. And the cabinet approved it. And then the Mexicans came back and said, oh, by the way, we need this beach here in front of the hotel, and we need all of these 4 access areas. They resubmitted the whole thing to the cabinet and still sold the entire package for $7 million. Even though it was priced for $13.2 or $13.4 million.
It's 13.4.
Wow.
Yeah. What kind of deal is that? And UDC had approved it for $9 million. UDC had approved for $9 million. So how did it get to 7? And the contractor general was very critical of the role that Minister Vaz played.
Yes.
He was very, very critical of it. He sent the report to the auditor general, who said, well, there's nothing I can do further with the report. So here is something I want you to think about, everybody. I want you to think about this. The rooms on the beach, they started negotiating in 2016.
Yeah.
Shortly after the JLP took power. It was sold around April 2017. Now, Mr. You're saying that Daryl Vaz went to Mexico in 2019.
2019, that is correct.
Yes. Well, here is something, a little known fact. In 2020, the Mexicans rescinded the deal and the Jamaicans give them back them down payment. Huh? Yes. So the money that was allegedly collected, did he pay that back to the Mexicans? Where did that money go? Or was that money part of the money that the Jamaican, out of the consolidated fund that they paid out of the budget to give back the Mexicans? Where is that money? Where is that money? Because you're saying that he collected in 2019. But what I know for a fact is that the Jamaican government paid back the Mexicans in 2020 because the Mexicans said, because of the public uproar about it, the Mexicans said, okay, we're going to rescind the deal. And they rescinded the deal, and the Jamaican government had to give them back them down payment. No, nobody had ever looked to say, well, wait a minute, the down payment that they got, did that include, was that only the money that the Mexicans paid as a down payment, or was it something extra?
All right. But Rabbi, let me give you a parallel with that question that you asked. If you remember the NHT deal, right, with what is his name?
Teenagers are building businesses with AI.
The NHT. Dexon, with Dexon. Right? The $600 million that was given to Dexon, right? And where the secret court issue and all of that. I am asking Ratty, do we have any information as it relates to the government getting back that money from Dexon?
To the best of my knowledge, right? I don't know because, listen, it's a good point to raise, right? It's a good point to raise to supplement the one I made, which is that monies are being paid out and there's no accounting. There's no accounting because, look, Mexicans are around for their money, And as you said, if you take a money in 2019, you might give back that money there.
Yes.
Take a money in 2019, you might give back that money there. Now 2020, the man said to the Jamaican government, you know what? We are rescinding, we now got through with the deal. Give back our money. And no, that property is actually leased right now. It's leased. But the Mexicans say we want back our money, and the Jamaican government pay them. But what we don't know is did they pay them the down payment plus? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if they only pay the down payment, and if we assume that Mr. Vaz took this money in 2019, how am I gonna pay back that money?
All right.
How am I gonna pay that money? And you see where a deal like the bus deal would be handy, would come in quite handy.
All right, Ratty, you're 6 minutes up. Sorry.
Like I paused. What was Turkey said?
I said $3 trillion get chopped and missing and stolen. So maybe them pay back some out of that $3 trillion. Because in the Prime Minister office alone, $12.2 billion gone.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, talk to us as it relates to the variancy.
So Daryl Vaz, boy, your name just... Yo, you ever hear them say, if somebody call you a crackhead all your life, all type of people just run around and call you a crackhead. Anyway, smoke, there's fire in a man. Boy, Daryl Vaz, your name tainted. Your name tainted. We find it hard to believe, say, you are a law-abiding citizen of any country that you've ever lived in. I find it very hard to believe that your hands are clean. I find it very hard to believe. Your name come up in too much things. Your name mix up bad. Skull, all type of skull, doggery and bangarang. No, man. No, sir, your name enough. Your name just enough. Too much allegation from Daryl Vaz. And just this a busting just fresh. All of them the billions of dollars there. Where on the talk about say on the spend pan bus now make no sense. Something not right with the Daryl Vaz, but we are move on to Mr. Tufton.
That we are looking on here. And why? First of all, Tufton report as related to the expenditures is grossly different from the Auditor General as it relates to 700 billion.
Yes. Alright, so here the context, right? Remember the Auditor General audit of the Health Ministry, right? I think Janet Cardler did do a piece on I think a 700 million, but when the 700 billion, a billion or a million, but when the Auditor General did come in, it reached about 8 point something. You understand? And you know the Auditor General, I would lean more to her because she's the professional in that area, so she can give you a more accurate number as to what is unaccounted for and so forth. But let's see what Rattigan has to say.
I don't need 10 minutes for this. This I can just wrap this up real short. It's not just Christopher Tufton, but we're going to focus on him. It's this idea that you throw money at a problem and they don't tell you about results.
Right.
And just say, we spend more than other administration. And what is so sad is that a lot of our people hear this and them ray, and they don't ask the pertinent question, which is, okay, show us value for money. You say you spend more than any other administration. Show us how it's going to benefit or how it's benefiting the nation. And in this case with Christopher Tufton, we know it has not benefited the nation. You don't need to go further than look at the travel advisory, where the US, UK, and Canada, they basically said, don't go to Jamaica and get sick, Please don't go there and get sick.
And we can add to that, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. We can add to that. When you look at when Andrew Ones say, we spend the most money on crime and the police force, then why crimes are high in Jamaica? It's not just murder alone a crime, And the murder alone a crime. The grape them of the youth, them, the woman, them, the children, them, right? The robberies, aggravated robberies, right? The other day we see a story, and I didn't even want to cover it because I was so enraged looking at the first paragraph of that a man try to hold down what 13-year-old, and the young girl is battling for her life. So where's all this money on spending? Where's the results? Why the man them don't have body worn cameras? Why is the Jamaican eye not working? Why we still have so much guns? I come in a warehouse or wherever in Desmond Mackenzie constituency. Why we don't know the name of the person where the guns them supposed to come to? Why we don't know who is the person who own the place where the guns them come? Why them hide so much things from the people of Jamaica? How the people of Jamaica feel safe when the government is not being transparent? But them spend all of this money though. Waste them and waste some money. Waste them and waste some money. We need, Mr. Mark Golden have some holy power work for the mighty God. Father, we pray in strength and protection over our entire family. And the whole government we are going to come in. Every single member of the People's National Party, we are walking in righteousness. If we come rescue Jamaica, we are pray covering over them. Because them have a massive duty and a job to do. To get back this country in our space so we can see true productivity and real results. Let's continue.
Because you're probably going to die if you go there and get sick.
Terrible,
because
man.
The medical sector is in complete disarray. They don't know. And we see the videos to prove it. We see the videos. But I need people to understand that when them tell us that they spend more money on national security, you ask them, have we gotten value?
Yes.
For the more money. When them tell you in the health sector, we spend more money. And so they use this idea that they've spent more money as a badge of victory. Like, yes, we are victorious. We have done something good.
No disrespect to Rattigan, but to make his point, look at the scenes in his background. If the government told you that they spent $20 billion to buy that piece of zinc structure right there, oh, we spend the most money on housing, and that's how you spend it. Uno vex. Uno tell them are wasting the money. Well, that's what they do. They come up with these statements, but where is the value for money?
Good. No, all I'm doing is spend out the people, spend out the taxpayers' money. That's all I'm do. The other thing too is this. What I would like to see, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Should the Almighty bless Mark Olin and the opposition party, and them want to reach out to me, the only job me interested in, and we now get it, is Integrity Commission and Auditor General. Because you know why? They want liquor surcharge on them, you know. Because 160 billion, I say go, 160 billion, and the difference between 700 billion, him have to go pay that out time pocket. They go to the financial secretary and say, listen, the difference is a loss to the Jamaican people. And therefore, based on this reckless, this negligent, actually it's intentional misspending of our money, him have to come out and pack it down and pay anything. And until them do this, and I understand the position that the Auditor General is in, that she can't really go out there. She do a little thing and she make a little recommendation on that. But we need somebody more aggressive with them people.
Yeah.
We need to say, no, we are going to send up the surcharge action. And then when you send it out, you mean it. Not like what them do with Grace McLean, which part the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance, them did their dilly-dally and the 3 years gone. The same thing them do with now them can't even get the money from Dean Roy Bernard. The money gone. And we suspect that the same thing going to happen again with this. Because you know why, Jamaican people? We're not keeping our eye on the ball. And what is the ball? The money. Follow the money. Don't follow what them say. Follow the money. You cannot go wrong. Every time you follow the money, you're going to be right. Because when you follow the money, you're going to catch the people who have the money. You're going to catch them. Mm-hmm. And several panel mentioned the SWIFT system. Some of these monies, people not gone are the days when they would have just stuff money in a suitcase. Them days are over. It's wire transfers. And most, if not all, the wire transfers coming out of Jamaica is the SWIFT system. It's the US banking system. And the US guards that jealously, them say we don't want nobody come into our banking system. If we find that people that use money originating from corruption or kleptocracy in our system, we're going after those people. And that's why it's important for you to sign the Magnitsky Act. You have to tune in Sunday. You have to sign it because this is what we're talking about. Far too long we let them people just do what they want. And remember, it was Minister Vaz who said that we dunce dark and stupid. I him say it, you know. Him say them dunce dark and stupid. Him say some of we have degrees and a few of us have common sense. And him say, I have common sense. So you guess what? Most of we are dumb, dark, stupid. That's why them can't do what them do and get away with it, because that is the mentality. That is the mentality, people. And so we now have to show, we have to take up the gauntlet and show them, say, no. You may come from a different station in life. You may come from a family that's influential, but you no better than me. You no better than me. The same way you put on your pants are the same way me put on my pants. Same way you go to the toilet. And by the way, you are my servant. Me give you a job to serve me. So where the hell you get up and come tell me, say me dumb, dark and stupid. After me vote for you, you tell me, say me dumb, dark and stupid. I yield.
All right. Wonderful.
People, food for thought. Food for thought. You understand? I go to our next moment with Rattigan again. You understand? Yeah, that's so.
Again, as you see that as it relates to Kenneth Benjamin, right?
So Kenneth Benjamin now, right? What Mystic Sensation highlighted with evidence is that Kenneth Benjamin, I think a Gasman and one ex company own. You can go look that up. What he did, they had a presentation about these higher levels of security, fusion and all of this. But Mr. Rattigan is going to enlighten us about where all of that came from. All those ideas came from. So let's listen.
And the Jamaica government, as it relates to Andrew Owners' kleptocratic government, right? Talking about partnership with Kenneth Benjamin, as it relates to Kenneth Benjamin's so-called, right, synergy, technology, right, as it relates to drones, AI camera, right, license plate recognition, face recognition, and security operating center that can see everything on the ground, cutting edge technology. And when he has been challenged, he came up nil. We realized that what they were selling, a big con, to rob billions of dollars from taxpayers. What say you on it, Rattigan?
You're muted.
Yeah. I have a lot to say. A lot. Let me just find something here. Let me just tell you a little bit about this man, Kenny Benjamin. I know Kenny Benjamin. I know Kenny Benjamin very well. Kenny Benjamin is a charming person, smooth operator, and just for the record, he supports both parties. He hedges his bets. And in fact, Kenny Benjamin's sister is married to a senior politician in the PNP. Now, how do I know Kenny Benjamin? Kenny Benjamin's office shares a fence with the police commissioner's office, and the gate is always open. And I'm telling you this because I've been there. Kenny Benjamin has a regularly scheduled meeting every Friday in a huge boardroom. And when you go there, you're going to see people of all political stripes. You're going to see people of influence in Jamaica. Again, I've been there. That's how I met all of these folks. Now, you hear talk about the Security Operations Center. Where did Kenny Benjamin and his crew get that from? They got that from me.
Want to hear that?
I am the one who went there and tried to help Jamaica.
Yes.
By bringing the intelligence center, the fusion center concept to them. Why? Right. Because I was doing it for the benefit of Jamaica. I used to run the biggest fusion center that the FBI has. It's in New York. It's called the JTTF. I used to run it.
Wow.
I used to run it in Mississippi. I used to run it overseas. And so what happened is that we're sitting down, we're talking, how can we help Jamaica? And that's where they got this from. This was back in 2018, 2019.
What are the people? Me just get one. Me soon come back to that. Yo, ABI news are working on look at this. Hey! People! Look at this. Andrew Oles, they are halfway through. See if they are talking about mommy. Look at this.
Listen, morning. You can give a couple inside here for me, please. After 2 terms in office, the incumbent...
The man, Andrew Oles, they are halfway through to give people pamphlet and flyers, ladies and gentlemen. I have never seen PJ Patterson after 2 terms going in the street and giving out people pamphlet. What could possibly be on the pamphlet? Maybe it is the achievements, the so-called achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party in the last 10 years. No, it bad. It bad. Eh? It is terrible. I'm never gonna play back that little clip here from Twitter. Listen to this.
Let me tell you something, I lie that. GLP, it better you say they not reach doing things yet. GLP not do half of what PNP do in Jamaica. Me nah big up PNP because me never vote for PNP yet. I am a born Labour right and me come see me dad them and people them in it. Then, but me can tell you this. GLP does not done anything more than PNP for their 18 years. You understand? It better you say the 2 term where GLP get couldn't afford them to do that much yet. So we are anticipating their actions in work. But them now do not know because me I tell you the truth. GLP have a party, but me find some things against them. Right? Them can't manage the economy.
Yes.
Yes. That financially, them can't monitor that. When PNP in power, me not lie. They might not do everything for suit we make up community, but you see when it comes to finance,
yes,
economically it better.
Yes.
You can manage certain things. Them more educated in the economical field.
Yes.
We don't know if them feel that.
Yes.
Right? You must have some economists in that field. In PNP here.
Yes.
They angle that better, and so because of that now people can be able to feed themselves affordably.
Yes.
Right? And so on.
Right, hey, that is a labor right, you know, man. And we have to go to the young lady.
If you had the power to change one thing in your country, what would it be and why? Thank you for asking me that wonderful question. If I have the power to change one thing, I will change the Prime Minister because
Me nah lie, no, me have to big up a host for that show, you know. She hold her composure up there on the stage, you know. Because if I did me said me would have dead with laugh on the stage. Me facial expression, me couldn't help myself. Me would have probably hold my mouth and me eye would have wide open like so. If you hear one little girl or one pageant, me ask the question, if you could change one thing in your country, what would that be? I would change the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is Andrew Oles. Him is the problem. Him is the problem. Oh, and him associates them. Yes, him are the main problem and him bungalow them. Alibaba and the 40 something.
Just a while back. And like I said, he's a charming person, but there's some things that I didn't particularly like.
Yes.
About how that whole thing was run.
Yes.
The first thing that shocked me, was people I saw in that boardroom. First thing that shocked me. I saw people that I didn't expect to see there.
Oh, and by the way, in this clip, I'm not going to play it still in, but somebody asked in the comment section, about Mark Golding being at the conference where they were advertising the actual Guzman fusion technology thing. And he said, listen, this is a democratic country. You know, everybody that is a stakeholder is going to be invited to present the technology. So Mark Golding being there doesn't really mean anything, right? And secondly, when it comes to the meetings that they had, that Mr. Will Rattigan attended, he never saw Mark Golding there. He made that categorically clear that he never saw Mark Golding there. And one of the senior members that is married to the man that owned Guzman, in sister, it is what it is. Alright? That is a fact. Alright, according to Mr. Will Rattigan. So, you know, we'll move on.
Jamaica, I'm not telling you this, you know, this is not hearsay. I was there every Friday when we were at Jamaica.
You hear that?
Now, this LPR, them talk about license plate readers, and I'm the one who told them about analysts and sources and drones and all. I bring the whole idea to them. And what happened, which is similar to what they do to most diaspora members. You go to Jamaica with an idea and say, okay, I'm here to help Jamaica. They say, all right, tell us about your idea. And then you leave and they take the idea and they sell it to somebody else. Them friend get the idea and them run with it. And that's exactly what happened. By the way, Kenneth Benjamin has a long-term lease for Puerto Rico. And the is that Jamaicans cannot go to that beach.
Wow.
Because there are days that are reserved only for visitors.
You hear that?
Coming off the cruise ships. So you cannot go there. And the last...
So Kenneth Benjamin owned Puerto Rico. And there's days when, can you imagine? The man is a Guyanian. A Guyana, the man come from, you know? And the man come at Jamaica, come on beach. To the point where we, the Jamaican native, them can't go there. Mark Golding. Mark Golding. Sir. My Prime Minister in waiting. Me don't want the PNP feel like say una go come in a power and soften up on them people because somebody on the party might have married to him sister, you know. Them thing you have to change. We, the country, the people, demand radical change. It cannot continue. It cannot continue. Mark G, your mandate is a hard one, my general. You understand? But you say you're up for the job. We are going, listen, Mark Golding, we are going to mark you hard, you know. Mark G, we are going to mark you harder than Andrew Honest. Now tell you that. Your party have to go stand up on the utmost principle of integrity, moral, ethics, values, and what is best for the people of this country. I will not take subpar or substandard representation from the People's National Party. We cannot afford it. We don't want to beg no friend from nobody. People and business don't come for deal with. And that's why we have voted on it. I make that categorically clear. People and them things have to stop. Can you imagine? A man from Guyana come own beach at Jamaica. What can go so? And I don't business at which party did do it. Iran. PNP or JLP, anybody responsible for that? It's wrong. It is wrong. Wrong is wrong. You're going to tell me, say, some days, me can't go up on the beach if I feel like. Yo, listen to me, man. The economic colonizers, them got to go. They got to go.
Next thing I want to mention is this, and this is going to come as a shock. We've been talking about the money spent on national security, the money spent on the health sector. And we've also been talking about Kenny Benjamin Kenny Benjamin's foray into the security arena with the government, because at one point he was even offering his services to the government, saying that they should partner with private security. But let me take you somewhere. Let me take you to a more recent point. And this came out July 11th. And when I saw it, I was shocked.
Yes.
You see the same company. We have a problem with the drill.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Southeast Health Regional Authority.
Yes.
They issued a contract. This July. They issued a contract in the amount of $3 billion.
What?
With a B. To 3 security companies to provide security for their facilities. Remember now, we don't have beds, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have nothing. We don't even have nothing for them to secure, but them get security. And who get the contract? Marksman, Guardsman, and a company called Shock. 2 of those companies run by Kenny Benjamin.
Kenny Benjamin. Kenny Benjamin. Oh, you get contract from the JLP, my general. But yet still, you promise all of this technology. And the technology, it not work. Mystic Sensation showed 2 videos. You remember when the berry truck them when I get lick regular? Who remember? To the point where I can tell you personally that I was scared anytime I was anywhere going about my business and saw a burial truck. I just feel like say, some gunman are going to target this and now I'm going to in a crossfire. That is how vulnerable I thought the burial trucks are. And still is. Lorna, what's up, love? That is how much I was vulnerable. I was feeling vulnerable when I saw the burial trucks. So, the technology that he promised, Mr. Benjamin, we can safely say that failed miserably. Some of his people, the bank, you remember the bank? You remember the big brawling attack on the bank? And even security guard dead and so on, them thief much money. Then a film company when I secure the place. So where was the technology? Where's the drones where them say them have? And the license plate recognition and all of this. Where was that? Huh? But yes, you know, you get contract for Sarah. Let me tell you something, man.
2 of those companies. And this just happened. This happened July. We now finished July to that July 29. This just happened. That's why I said the Jamaican public are asleep.
Yes.
They must sleep.
We are asleep for true, man.
This just happened.
We are asleep.
And where is the outcry? Where is the accountability?
No outcry.
Under the cover, it just come out one day and then you hear not more about it. People, if you don't believe me, go read. When I saw it, when the date came out, I saw it. I said, I was going to do a story on it, you know.
Let me see.
I was going to do a story on it. And a good friend of mine a while ago, text me and say, I talk to the person about it. And them say, you're not going to do the story. I said, no, you'll talk about it for Mystic program. See the thing that them say, Marksman will provide services to the Spanish Town and the Linstead Public Hospitals and the St. Catherine Health Department under a contract valued at $1.5 billion. And a 3-year contract.
Whoa.
Guardsman, the next one, has been contracted to serve the Princess Margaret Hospital and St. Thomas Health Department at a cost of $600 million.
People.
Nobody knows nothing about this.
People.
But it's taxpayers' money.
People.
This is not Daryl Vaz.
People. Me just go look up what the man said a while ago. Me I go show you. I'm gonna show you. This is July 10th. Sierra awards $3.2 billion in security contracts to boost safety across regional facilities. $3.2 billion. The exact amount of the man just said a while ago. The South Regional Health Authority, Sierra, awarded 3 major security contracts to Shock Electrical Security Limited, Marksman, and Guardsman with a combined value of $3.2 billion. The 3-year contract took effect July 1st, 2025. And this is a man that gives donations to both political parties. The owner of Marksman and Guardsman. No, something have to be done about this. I do not feel comfortable. See, say 1 point something billion for shock, right? No, 1.1 billion for shock. And then it says here, Lynn State Public Hospital. Him just read this a while ago. Limit will provide services to Spanish Town Hospital, Lynn State Public Hospital, and St. Catherine Health Department under contract. All of these monies for security, but we don't have beds. We don't have CT scans. All of these things we don't have. Make it make sense, my people. Make it make sense. See there? That's the article. See there? So we are asleep for true. I'm going to save this. I'm going to start it. We are asleep, people. We are asleep. We are sleeping, guys. We are sleeping, my people. These people are doing us quite a disservice and we are sleeping. It's sad.
This money, our tough times money, our Andrew Holness's money, this is taxpayers' money. And just like the bus, them spend all that money to take children to schools that don't have the equipment, don't have the teachers. So what them going to learn? Just like this, them spend billions to protect facilities.
What in the part now? What? People, breaking news. Breaking news, my people. No, you serious.
Do you really want to stick with the same?
Breaking news, breaking news.
Can you imagine the man send me proof to Jamaica when I'm doing a pamphlet?
But almost convention I third meeting
The man said I have to tell Jamaica in a pamphlet when do for the last 10 years. You know, is something wrong?
Very wrong.
No, stop.
Pamphlet.
Miss Andre,
I'm sorry.
Best believe me. I can answer enough.
The way all the
come out, let the aisle.
We would not do we all the pamphlet. Rush, them all spell Jamaica wrong. Yes! Jamaica spell wrong in the pamphlet.
No, Andre.
Mr. Andre, I'll come on now and come out.
No. Me need to get an answer for one of them pamphlet there. No. Me need to get an answer for one of them pamphlet there. Hey, you know, some feel like say people must set up Andrew. You must get sabotage from every angle. The man, we feel like say man never do pamphlet, then do that on purpose. I embarrass him, I try to embarrass him, you know. Them don't like Andrew. They don't like him. Jamaica Labour Party, they in a ruins, yeah, man. Them the people that don't like Andrew on this, brother. They don't like Andrew.
Kill out for you, things. Then the Jamaica Labour, you don't choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica Labour Party. This now catch nobody. They're not working. Answer them I deliver for you. Look here. Look on this now. Achievement. People look at the cut, the first thing for them achievement.
Boss
people.
them. I did.
I'm doing this. It's a goddamn disgrace. I want to fool.
Watch
So
out.
the first thing for them
The school bus.
The old school bus.
Yo, this body, man.
You know what?
No.
Let me tell you what more than all. I'm going to do a program to this separately.
Hold on, my people. No, this is more than drama. Remember done that part with Rattigan.
When you have no medicine, you know, no doctor, you know, no nurse, you know, no supplies, you know, have nothing. People wonder, we got to think ass backwards. That's how we are thinking.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because there's the significant element to all of this, greed.
Greed, yes.
Greed.
Yes.
You can call it chopping, you can call it whatever you want.
Greed.
It's greed. How much money them people need, how much more money them need. They must suck the blood already out of the life of the Jamaican people and them still can't stop.
Yeah.
Still can't stop.
True, man. Real talk.
I yield.
Real
Wonderful
talk.
input, Ratty. You know,
Real talk.
you just...
That's facts. Sure. Boy, man, I tell you, hey, Rattigan expose some things. Jeez. Please.
So, I promise you, with what they're working on her, Bath first for a short-term visit, and then they just go Fort Augustus after that. I don't think they have a new section in Tamarind Tree for women, but I don't think I think she'll just go straight past. What is her business model? That business model is an illegal business model, and has come to bump now. You understand what I just told you? What she purports to be her trade. You understand? If she was selling something else to good men and real men, she would nothing illegal in that. The two of them dead. And she was the option for the second run. It would not have been you. You're not so stupid at 50. To go sit on a backbench. To go sit on a backbench. To go sit on a backbench. You're crazy. $770,000 by the time.
Until he said the level of corruption.
You know, let me just say that.
Look who is talking.
No, you know what? I've got.
What are the Ratty? We're going to play the last one and then we just 1 or 2 minutes. Think on it. Yeah, go ahead now.
The Trump were set all deep into every town, trying to go chuck it and lose votes and implode. We knew it. I marked the day he was going to implode. I told people, he is going to implode.
All right, so that's it? All right. Yes, Ratty, you're 2 minutes on it.
No, the thing is, I know James, you know. I know James. That is James's voice. Right?
Exactly.
And it's not AI.
No.
And
bless we are deal with.
The thing is, there's some things I won't even say on the program there. I'll tell you one away, Mr.
So, Will Rattigan just confirmed, because my suspicion, you know, was that somehow that was not James Robertson on the audio. I thought it was a ruse. I thought it was a scam. Right? Because even Will Rattigan in this clip is going to explain. But he confirmed it's not AI, it's him, because I know him. But me still I wonder if them put out the audio on purpose. I'm wondering if the audio was purposely leaked, you know, by James Roberts. I'm wondering. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wondering. Wow. Well, let's continue.
But
all right.
But the thing is this, right? That first of all, I'm shocked because James is not the kind of guy who would just say things like that to anyone, especially on a phone. James doesn't talk on the phone.
Yeah.
James, very, very secretive guy. I'm telling you, just trust me on this one. I tell you, very secretive guy. But here's the thing: I got another call from an insider, somebody who can pick up the phone and call Andrew.
Bangarang, see Bangarang, ladies and gentlemen. For the people that must still stick around, big up on yourself, because we always save the best for last. All right, only listen to this Bangarang.
And the man said to me today, ask him about this. And him said, we're not worried about that because that's just a talk. So what we worried about? Him say, what I'm worried about, what we all worried is what Daryl Vaz has done and Daryl Vaz is doing. Him said, Daryl Vaz just give the opposition the victory. And this man, he called me twice today. And this is a man who 6 months ago, me and him have a big argument because he is not in a diehard, he was a devout JLP. And him say it again to me tonight. And him say, wait, Rattigan, when me I tell you, him say, you know me as a diehard laborite. And when me I tell you, say, what them I do wrong. When me I tell you, say, what them I do wrong, him say, it wrong. Because me just not say them I do something wrong, just like that. Him say, what Daryl Vaz has done, has wrecked the party completely. Him said there's internal dissension right now because him said they have done their internal assessment. And this is what he told me. He said that they, the JLP, some of them, they said that Darrell Vaz has enriched himself to the tune of 700 million Jamaican dollars.
Wow.
That's what he told me today.
Wanna hear that? Dun, dun, dun. According to Will Rattigan, he spoke to an extremely senior member of the Jamaica Labour Party. And he is upset with the Jamaica Labour Party and particularly upset with Darrell Vaz. He claims that the man said Darrell Vaz has enriched himself to the tune of 700 how much I say? I don't want to tell a lie.
He said that they, the JLP, some of them, they said that Darrell Vaz has enriched himself to the tune of 700 million Jamaican dollars.
700 million Jamaican dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, I know me say so. Nobody don't come for me. This is all alleged. Take it up with Will Rattigan, if you may, the former supervisor, the retired supervisor of the FBI. Take it up with him, Darrell Vaz. The man say, as senior member of the JLP, say you have enriched yourself to the tune of 700 million Jamaican dollars. Let's continue.
That's what he told me today, right? And he said, this is just flat out greed, and look at the timing when the man come do it, you know?
Want to hear that? This is flat out greed. And look at the timing. So you know, say a skullduggery money that. That enrichment is illicit. You hear what I say? That enrichment is context matters. Illicit. All right.
And also, one of the things he said, which was quite interesting, he said, remember in just the honest thing, so we have to get the buses in by the end of July. And now we know why. Because they might use it for campaign. And this man was so upset about the fact that, can say, want the PNP picnic, them can't ride the bus too. And this is a man, you know, when I tell you, this is a man who is a financier, he's a friend, he's a confidant, he's everything to the upper levels of the JLP. This man, he called me twice today, and he was so upset. And he tell me, him say, I want them to lose.
Mighty God.
Them to lose. Him say, me not voting. Him say, I'm not going out, run up and down with them.
The man said the man want the JLP to lose. And him not vote for them and he not contribute. And me say so, Will Rattigan say so, don't come for me. The man is so upset with the party and what they're doing with the buses. The man said, what happened to the PNP pick them? They can't ride the bus too. Because them a campaign with the bus and I be a JLP people in the bus. And you can imagine a financier, a confident, a stark, high-ranking official in the Labour Party. Even him have to admit, say, JLP are going bad. People, hey, I don't know where a supporter when talk it truth. You need to come down. You never hear when Pastor Peter Chambers say, there will be open disgrace leading up to the election, even worse and worse as the day draw closer. You never hear. You think a joke Pastor Peter Chambers when I make when he prophesy that? You know see what go on? Open disgrace, back a open disgrace, back a yo, the man have a scandal every single week. At least one scandal every single week. The man they worse than one scandal back. Every single week, the man they have one scandal come out from them, you know? If it's not a scandal, it's an update to a farmer scandal to make the scandal worse. Every single week. I know me say so. Make me play about the tape.
Me? Him say, I want them to lose. I want them to lose. Him say, me not voting. I am not. Him say, me not going out, run up and down with them. I'm not making no contribution.
Wow. Somebody a call me. Hello?
And this man, he called me twice today. And he was so upset. And he tell me, him say, I want them to lose. I want them to lose. Him say, me not voting. Him say, I am not, him say, me not going out, going up and down with them. I'm not making no contribution. I'm not voting. Well, he might tell me that, me not really believe it. So I think he might go vote, you know. But this is a man who me and him have some really serious conversations, you know. And he always defend the party, and I defend facts. I said, look, I not defend the party, but I give you the facts. And if you see him call me Saturday, him call me Saturday, him call me Saturday, and call me Sunday, and him call me 2 times today. I mean, none of going to hear from him tomorrow because the Daryl Vast thing, and when him said the buses are go around the place with the supporters on it, that just make blood just wild because him said that is so wrong.
You hear that? The man blood a boil for Daryl Vaz a car on the bus them. People don't listen. Hey, yo, me I tell you, I wish you could have that person come out publicly. But you know, so they not gonna do it. They might talk to somebody in confidence, right? But if you have any common sense and you observe what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, the world can see. Say the Jamaica Labour Party is in turmoil. The Jamaica Labour Party is in the same space that the PNP was 8 years ago or 6 years ago. Right? Them in a turmoil. There's dissension among the ranks.
You are use the buses them now. Him said, him said to me, him said by the time September come at the rate them go use them buses, the buses them go broke down.
Mighty God. And on me say so. People. Well, I did say that. I think I did say that. The rate how them a move around with them buses, them buses now go fit go up on the road. Somewhere the clip when me see the other day with the people that hang out at the bus, the way how the man them go around the corner. Me I say Ratted. They not how them angle them all bus or so. They bust them. Hey, me tell you something, man.
Him said, watch and see. And so, so while James are doing all of this, the party, as far as I'm concerned, based on what I'm hearing, the party fractured.
Yes.
It fractured. Him said to me, this election is Mark Golding's to lose.
Yes.
Because him said, right now, he's a winner. And
you hear that? Marky G, a stark head official of the Labour right, said Mark Golding has already won this election. Him only can hurt himself and lose it. Him alone can hurt himself. It's a foregone conclusion. So all you hear them talk about poll this, poll that, and this and this and that. Just remember what Rattigan just said a while ago, yeah?
It fractured. Him said to me, this election is Mark Golding's to lose. Because him said, right now, he's a winner. And I said, hold on, you're right. Are you telling me this? Because the other day you never cussed me out and things like that. And he said, but I tell you the truth. It's Mark Golding's to lose because right now we are fractured. And this man tell me in no uncertain terms, him said, they do not like the Prime Minister. Him said there's a strong opposition in the party who would like to see him go. In fact, him said anybody but him. Him said they would rather take Tufton over him. Him said they want him to go. That's how bad it is.
Mighty God. People now hear this. The people in the Jamaica Labour Party would rather see Tufton. They would have seen anybody but Andrew Wallace. There's a strong dislike. They must dislike his wife too. All his wife supposed to dislike him. Told me at Earwagwan, but that's our next story. There's a strong dislike for Andrew Wallace in our own party. No. Hey, Pastor Peter Chambers, may I tell you, me not encourage nobody to do this. But to all God show you who are going to this party, I hope nobody no idolize you and go to no false worship. You know people stay ready. Because I see people in where Pastor Peter Chambers, I see him when they go idol worship him, and say, see, my God, the man did right. He did right about everything. And he said this long time, I went in and listen. And then I saw them start worship man now, I saw mankind stay, But a God Almighty, when you worship, I got Almighty a show Pastor Peter Chambers the secrets of heart. And mandate him to come and tell you what is going to happen. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Andrew Owen's party is imploding. You know what imploding mean? The opposite of explode. His party is crumbling from within. That's what imploding means. It's crumbling from within. The reverse force of explode. Explode, it expand. Right? Implode, it contract. Them are go right down to blur now zero. Wanna know here? Lisa say, this is what happens when you are arrogant and you don't know politics. Jamaican citizens, when they thought they control the citizens, they are all, remember, they are all servants. True. But there's still a spiritual thing for the people, you know, so we have to remember that, yeah?
So, for that talk, but Mystic, one way to clear some things.
All right. Who else want to take it?
So, boy, may I tell you, Will Rattigan can't talk certain things. I'm going to show Mystic one away. Mighty God. Terrible, you know? Terrible. But I want to hear somebody say from Mr. Well known, so more hear what I must say, but I pamphleting go through, you know. God have mercy. Oh God, this. Hey, this man have too much history, man. How am I show you so? People don't have to take in Mr. Well known some program, you know. Yeah. Don't bother make no mistake about him. I want to teach them. I want to teach them. Have to take him Mr. Well known some program. Alright, Mr. So. What is? What's the average price of? So them have this nice pamphlet too? My backside I must joke. Hold on there. Wait. No.
Scroll to the bottom and show the people in the prices. We not lie, Titan lie on them. The Titan boss not lie. Mr. Sensation not lie.
Good luck. Pick up yourself, Lisa.
This is a big rubbish. Drivers need to come out and tell us what happened to the $1.4 billion. I should show the people, put it up weird. Like Jamaica people see it.
I'll big up that
to the table. I'll show the people them.
Make it up more. See that people. See that category C, category 100,000. You can't see it, right? I'm going to get it up. See that people? See that people, brand new school bus. See them here? 2025 cars. See that people? 100,000. See that? 10 to 30. See that? Look here. Yes. See that? You could have buy a brand new school bus with the money, 100,000 US. It spent 1.4 billion.
Hold on there, what?
You understand?
People screenshot this.
So, see there?
What?
You could have buy more bus with the money, brand new. See them there, people?
No, hold on. Now, what type of bus them though? What type of bus them? You tell me say I same type of bus them? Alright, 100,000 US. How much that in a Jamaican? Hold on there. We have to do some maths to people. This look kind of extremely serious. What? Boy, I'm going to start record some video and post them in the car. Then documentation is serious. You know? Wow. Some people I watch replay them for my life still. I'm kind of glad for that. I'm not lie. I see some replay action I go on. No joke. But no, 100,000 US times 161. That's what I put in. $16 million. 16 million. Alright, 16 million. And that the one there, the one for 100,000 is a 10 to 30 passenger seat. Right? So alright, may I put you at 150. I'm going to put you at 150. Ah, no, you have one for 40 to 80 persons can hold the night. All right, 105. 105 times 161. 105,000 times 161. 16, call it $17 million. Zine? 1.4 billion. No. 1.4 billion. So 1.4 billion divided by 16,900. Alright. Daryl Vaz, you need to come down. People look on the maths. The same school bus them, you know. Mommy. The same school bus them, you know. The man could have buy a brand new bus, you know. The man send Mr. Lonesome one chart with a brand new school bus them. You can get a 40 to 80 passenger type C bus between 105,000 US dollar and 150. Well, Anna, when you multiply that by 161, Zine, you get $16.9 million. When you divide that by the $1.4 billion where Daryl Vaz spend, you get 82 buses. 82 buses. Daryl Vaz, you got prison. You got prison. There's no doubt about it. You have to go prison. No. This is a highway robbery. Brand new bus, you know? People, a brand new. Let me show you again. Look on the screen. Are them brand new bus there, you know? Look on the information. If this information is accurate, Daryl Vaz needs to be investigated thoroughly. He needs to be imprisoned and then investigated thoroughly. All this information are accurate in Africa prison. Look on the screen. See the people. Type C, 40 to 80 passenger. 105,000 US to 150,000 can range anywhere in between that. Right? And you tell me, say, we only get, how much bus they get? 110 all bus? Yo, you tell me say 82 brand new bus. We are coming at one time. In a Jamaica no better than the bus them come piece all over the place. The same old bus them when them drive round the blouse and skirt place. And I wear them out and I put more mileage on them before September and I campaign with them. No man, this not right.
Serious,
this not right.
So we could have come in and then when I wanted the left, but we could have buy a brand new school bus with the money.
Yes.
See them there, you know?
Yeah, this man.
Brand new school bus. See that?
Let me tell you something.
Alright. Yes, brother.
God bless the deal with me and you on social media.
True, man. True, brother.
Don't need to explain that to the people. The people don't need to take it and show them the car.
Mighty God.
That they could buy. And number one, again, if they buy that new school buses,
yes,
those new school buses, you understand, wouldn't have to go through any form of inspection.
Yes.
Those school buses now would have now fit in the category, you understand, of bypassing the inspection. You understand what I said?
Yo, me gonna move off my school bus because I just want to see more of that pamphlet. Yeah.
Being as it relates to the
so the new stadium. So hold on. So they put the new stadium track as one of the achievements. Hey! What a bang around.
Use it before. Yeah, people are using it. Brother, the year not done. Yeah, I'm going to show you something. You can't talk about the achievement, brother. Listen. Let me take off this. The truth is, let me take off this. Brother, you're the murderous prime minister. We check by the super every 2 term and we calculate it, you have 12. Listen, let me show you. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm not supposed to depend on the ballot.
When we look at some of the achievements, training in human rights mainstream as part of JCF, access to legal aid expanded plus new mobile units to reach rural communities, new and better courts built, court system being modernized. What? Are them something Andrew has put in their achievements them? Oh no. No, me really need to get that pamphlet, yeah. Over 124,000 counseling sessions provided to nearly 13,000 kids. A new division was created for social justice. 13,000 kids. Alright. Let me see if I get no more clippings. Marcus, yeah, what is?
Real crime. They should really have named people like one, boom, bam, bam. You see what them just come in with in the 20 years. Which right away because your head spooky. Right? 20 years. PNP not the 20 years. Yes. And the reason why them they do it. Brother, we tired of rubbing you out, man. Look what you put up, brother. Yeah, Paula.
My brother, you don't have to say?
Yeah.
Oh, come and send certain country. One know what asking police accused. What kind of guy that in?
No, I'm not live, man. I'm sure it already, man.
Yeah, I see it. I come back on it.
I'm sure it already, man. Cool. So look when they take school paper. I'll pay that.
School with you. People, how can somebody
all here as well?
See, I'm going to play. I'm going to eat my breakfast. Because this, it's not valid the paper.
Same thing with the pan right now, man.
It's not valid the paper. I'll pay that big mama where we keep pass.
See if we can get the computer reprogram. And he did all work here as well. And we were of the view, based on what we were advised by the registrar of the police department.
Boy, you hear this, you know. Hear this. So, big mama, you know, I'm going to put up this. Boy, I will do something. So, I'm going to make you run. Go at the registration department. Go find out if Mark Gordon born at Jamaica. Hear this. Yeah.
Work here as well. And he did all work here as well. And we were of the view, based on what we were advised by the registrar of the police department, Mr. Mark Jefferson Golding has a Jamaican birth certificate. He was registered there. It's there.
You know what sink my mind on these things? We're born in Jamaica. Don't you have people you grow up with that you can say you know where that these people are your friends when you're growing up? Until now, you may talk to some you may don't talk to. People who you know. People who can come forward to say, I go school with you. People, how can somebody born in Jamaica? Nobody can contest to it that they go to school in Jamaica.
Well, you know, but here this a idiot, where they pa nationwide program. Here this a idiot. Him think he must say something, you know. They are so stuck on Mark Golding, claiming that Mark Golding is not Jamaican. Him get the proof that Mark Golding is a Jamaican, and he still a try to come with some conspiracy. So here, come hear about that tape here now. Listen to this.
Sir,
I've never seen, I've never heard, and this is a public secret.
Oh, you hear that man a dance? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, my real dance is true, you know. Because a whole heap of people has come out publicly and said they grew up with Mark Golding. Whole heap of people said they go to school with him. Rubbish.
Now you want to comfort. Yeah, Big Mama. Big Mama try to put up himself now. But Big Mama out there, where you go to the registry, right? Oh, amigo. Now. You saw them though?
They grew up with him. Yes. He was born here. He grew up here. Mona Commons. Yes.
I only when I check and found that when in Mona come that his father.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is a waste of time, frankly.
Waste.
Yeah. It is, and that is why it is just hanging out there, not going anywhere.
No, because we're not seeing a proof. proof, you know. That's what we want in it. Proof we want.
I mean, it's not proof.
Go.
But don't share any proof.
Well, go and ask him at
Somebody
Registrar
has to
General's
research
department
this, somebody
first.
said
No.
that.
We're not here to do no political job for anybody. All right, sir. He did all work here as well.
So hear him now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, them go as far as to go at the. And these are extras on me do right now, because I'm pretty much finished the main thing that I'm come to talk about. So, yo, the labor right there really, the what, not the all of the labor right them, the what me say, the racist labor right them. We are worried about Mark Golding and in birth certificate. All if Mark Golding can go and show them one birth certificate, we're not going to make up some excuse and say I falsify the account. Go down at the place and make them tell you. Go get the information down at the main place. Go to the source. Go to the source. I want me know.
People stop using vase when you use flower spot.
People stop using vase when you use flower spot. When you know your dial vase say a metal they make out and something there. Then I would want metal vase to put it in the house. You know say dial vase out of that though. Dial vase statement we make on a platform there was a threatening statement, you know. Whether them come from Jamaica, whether them live in a diaspora. I we the flag of them I talk about, you know. Daryl Vaz, you have to come down. That the statement they make me know say you is everything them say you is in the street. Everything what them say is in the street, that make me know say you is that person. You understand? Your name is not good in the street, Daryl Vaz. Your name not good in the street. Enough people afraid of you, Daryl Vaz. Enough people afraid of you. Whole heap of people afraid of you. And I way them claim to say them know about you, why them afraid of you, you know. I know me say so. I don't know nothing about you. But you see, your behavior is showing a pattern. The cutthroat something on stage. You playing music, boy. Chichi man. I don't even know how to get away with that. In our time where even America will protect. That the song they can't play certain place, you know? The Chichi Man song can't play certain place. But Daryl Vaz continue to play the Chichi Man song. And it's quite hypocritical because we hear say a whole heap of other day in Jamaica Labour Party. Top people too. Alright? I don't know how they stand up in the party and watch you on stage about them out. It is said that Nofa Unu is from that community. A lot of you, and I don't business about where I want to do, because I have to answer to God, you know. Unu have to go answer to God. So Unu and God business that. My whole point about the colorful community, leave my children alone. Left me pity them. You don't have the right to indoctrinate my child with your nasty preference. You don't have the right to do it because your preference does not allow you to have any children. Unless you're going to go outside of the natural realms of having children by probably inseminating artificially semen into one of the ladies. Or adopting a child. Outside of that, you can't have none. The way how you practice sex or perform sex, you can't have any. Not true? Well, for the most part anyway, because you know, so some of them bisexual and whatever, but you know what I mean. Right? Leave me pity them alone, brother. Have your own pity them and indoctrinate your own pity them in your own house. We don't want no system of education to educate our children and going against God's word. We are not going to stand for that. we not going to sit down upon that, it not going to work. Under God, it not going to work. A God we are dealing with. Straight. It not working. But anyway, what me I say? Daryl Vaz, your statement when you make at that gospel concert was a threatening statement to all vloggers. Me take it as a threat. Me take it as a threat. And I believe the police them need to keep a close eye on Daryl Vaz and him associates, whoever they might be. And the whole entire Jamaica Labour Party, because some statement where them are making so inflammatory. It's so inflammatory and violent. Yes? It can't work, man. We need better representation in our politics. We need a true democratic set of individuals that sign the code of conduct. And if they don't sign it, then they're in a government. And when they sign it, if they violate it, then go to prison. We need impeachment. I mean, not talk about no regular time in a prison either. Me stand here telling you guys I am advocating that politicians, when they violate the law, their time should be doubled in prison or tripled, dependent on the atrocity where they commit. Because they have a higher responsibility. It says, with great power comes great responsibility. And if you don't fulfill that responsibility and you violate the trust of the people, you should be greatly punished. Oh, my son, people. Oh, my son. Oh, my son. Remember saying in the Bible, you know, God saying, you know, the church I gotta get judged first, you know. Why gotta judge it church first? Because with great power comes great responsibility. God is going to judge the shepherd before the sheep. Them are going to be punished harder than the sheep. So the politician them, no forget hard labor, man. Want to violate the trust of the people of Jamaica and violate the money and violate the hospital them. Tear down this, tear down. We don't forget, yo, I say we don't forget some hard punishment. And you know who me want to head the punishment? Mr. Will Rattigan and Talkman TV. I am advocating for Mr. Will Rattigan and Talkman TV. Talkman TV for in charge of punishment all I prison them where politician them a go. Talkman TV, me general, me a advocate for you. Be the man. Forgive them corporal punishment in a prison. I bet you none of them politicians, when they hear say attack them, they have to go face. I bet you they stop them foolishness in the parliament. You think they're not going to hear about what going on with the other one in a prison? You think they're not going to hear? Them are going to hear. That's not what going on. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, man. Mr. No, on a serious note, me advocate for Talkman TV. And also, last but not least, me advocate for Mr. Will Rattigan be the Auditor General and head the Integrity Commission. And in team, him and in team. Because we clean up Jamaica. As a matter of fact, we might be able to clean up the Caribbean from Jamaica. Because you don't know, say, you only know a thing, right? You're there on vacation, so Donna, you couldn't carry me. Jesus, Donna, you know how long I never take a vacation yet, you know? Donna, you couldn't carry me. You could have put me in one of the suitcase, because I need one whole suitcase myself, you know. Because I'm not small. You could have put me in one of the suitcase, them still. Well, I don't know what to say. Have fun, be safe. And I don't know if you can care about something for me. It would be greatly appreciated, alright? Big up yourself. I end up on vacation and I watch me. You're too nice. You're supposed to enjoy your vacation and try to take your mind off a wagwan, but me understand things are so toxic. What you say? It's sure it's pure BC would hear from Talkman. Hey, want to know my brother, you know. I want to know my brother talk your mind TV. That me I tell you. Hello. What you say? I be a PNP magini he pamphlet them. Yeah, they say they can't even read the pamphlet them, so they not liberate them. This is man not easy yet. Yeah. Yeah. I wrap up a show I know still, so big up yourself. You hear that? Alright. People, the man say the liberate they can't read, you know, so I be a PMP Andrew Groner halfway through I get the pamphlet them, you know, say not too bad. Not too bad. Patrick, big up yourself. Hey, the world is love, yeah, man. Me gone, yeah, man. Me go no. Me not even know how long me dey on live. Let's see. Wow. Almost 3 hours. Me dey live almost 3 hours right now. No joke. 175 minutes. Yeah, man. Me dey live almost 3 hours. People, wanna have yourself a blessed evening. I have to go make a look around. I'm gonna try and go live again later on, because there's still a lot to discuss. May I try catch up on the news, trust me. What you say, Dana? Dana, St. Catherine, I want to go on a St. Catherine this evening. Right, today I have to go cover that. Alright, look more here, I'm going to charge your phone, because it's dead. Later.